It's just a smacking, man. Oh, you don't smoke weed, bro. We looking good, bro. We looking good out here.
You just firefighted Roach?
Snoop Dogg did.
You just
Took it to the
firefighted
head.
Roach live, brother.
Took it to the head, bro. Took it straight to the head.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning back in. 47 episodes of this goddamn show. Goddamn, we're getting up there. Feels good every time. Feels good to know. A lot of fucking hours of talking. Another
a couple thousand.
Oh, dude, another $1. Shout out to that dog that apparently dropped that goddamn terrorist. Good job. Everyone's congratulating you. Why not? You deserve it, in my eyes.
I just think the president like memeing it though the way he's done. Like so I think first good move you do, you come out and you immediately you declassify the photo, and you say like you post out there this is one of the dogs responsible because what people love animals and dogs, right? Then you come out with the Photoshop picture of you giving the dog a Medal of Honor. I'm just saying, whoever's giving them those moves to make, they're making smart moves right there.
Maybe a funny move, but who's to say that dog wants his face plastered?
It just,
That's all I'm saying.
But it wins people. It wins people over, bro.
That guy's face out, but not the dog's. Now, if another dog sees that dog out there in Iraq, he's dead on sight.
He's a one man. What about the dog's family? It's like people identify as family.
Outed him.
You know,
it's like ghost. What's it called? Like ghost light or some gaslight.
That's one thing I think that like ISIS fighters used to do. Like they would like put bounties on like dogs or some like the people's dogs or some shit. Because like that, like they'll hurt them that way. They'll be like, yeah, we took your dog. You know, no, exactly. I mean, like, we'll hurt you by taking your dog.
Bro,
like you know,
take my dog. I have a very unique special set of skills. I will find you, and I will kill you.
You're mixing two movies? Who had the better career, Liam Neeson and Keanu Reeves? Keanu Reeves, thank you. Exactly.
The better career? Definitely Keanu. Hey, fuck close.
I don't know. I think Liam, I mean,
can you name something else besides?
he was in Star Wars. He trained
Oh.
He was also Ra's al Ghul and he trained Batman.
Batman, yeah.
Exactly,
yeah. But man, what are those?
Well, I mean, Star Wars is a fucking cultural phenomenon.
But he's not even a character, really.
He is a character, you know?
You get what I'm saying?
You know, like, he literally, like...
Bro!
I don't want to get my things wrong. I don't want to distract
this shit right now, bro. Are you talking about Neo, brother?
What else he
got?
What else he got?
How about, goddamn, I forget the baseball movie's name.
Hardball?
Yeah!
Or fastball? No. Is it fastball?
No.
I'm pretty sure it's Hardball, bro.
It might be Hardball. Yeah,
he was in that. But I mean, that one, like,
Little G Baby, bro.
That's a movie that's like people call bad, but everyone loves it. Like that's one of those movies that people say.
Awesome
you know,
movie.
I'm saying Hardball. Like that's like it's like the kids. It's like such a bad movie, but I love it.
The Replacements.
You know? Okay, I'll give a couple. Yeah, I'll give a couple.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not done.
I just think
John Wick.
John Wick's also okay.
What's the one where they can't stop the plane? I mean, they can't stop the truck.
That's Speed. Yeah, Speed.
Okay, and then how about Point Break? Isn't that Keanu?
That's another one that's considered bad but good.
Point Break. Dog, this name classic after classic on your ass.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like Liam's had a couple of roles, man. That's what I'm saying. Liam's had roles,
star roles,
but I can't even. I can't think of them, but they're out there. You know what I'm telling you.
What did Liam star in, bro? His best movie's Taken, which isn't even better than The Replacement. Taken wouldn't be any of those movies I just named by Keanu, bro. How dare you talk about Neo like that? Neo, bro. Once you get infamous like that, like, if I asked you who's Neo, you're going to say Keanu Reeves before you say fucking actually Neo.
I'm trying to,
The Matrix, bro? This guy want to talk Matrix?
Trying to see real quick.
The fuck?
So
Liam Nelson?
Liam Neeson. He also had Schindler's List. You know.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! He's not even really in that neither. That I remember. What? Tell me a movie starred in, bro. Tell me a movie.
I'm not the movie guy. I'm just saying.
Hey, you're out here trying to define Liam Nelson. All I'm saying is that's not even.
Love Keanu.
A close one.
Love Keanu. Straight up.
You could go like see when you can't go comedy versus him though. You'd have to go like another action guy, you know.
What against Keanu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't, like, I want to say, like, you had, like, him and Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
But then you're going to kind of, that's hard to judge,
Yeah.
right? You got to go, like, man, I tell you, it's a hard one. Keanu got a lot of stuff, but
Well,
Steven Seagal
well,
put his
no, hold
work
on.
out there, bro.
Liam also had Bill and Ted, right? That's what it's called, Bill and Ted. Bill
Bill
and
and
Ted's
Ted
Excellent Adventure.
2, bro.
Excellent Adventure, yeah,
I
whatever
knew
it's
he had an
called.
old school movie like that, but I couldn't forget. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, yeah. I love Keanu. I'm just
He
saying,
just got
man.
bangers.
Yeah. And, I think he's also one of those people that's like he's considered generally a really cool guy. You know,
Yeah,
like
people say that like good
it's
things.
like it's like the general consensus is everyone's like, yeah, Keanu Reeves is cool.
It got me so mad though when I seen like this little like meme thing that was going around where it was like Keanu Reeves seeing a couple crying on the train. He came up to him and asked him, "What what's the problem?" They said they can't afford their bills. Like blah 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 blah. He gave them $30,000. It's like, and it just shows like this couple on the train with her. It don't even show them with a camera
Yeah.
or nothing. Just I'm just like, bro, Keanu's a nice guy. He's not an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, how would he even carry 30,000 in cash around?
Yeah.
He's just carrying 30,000 cash, and now you're taking a picture with it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, people just like to garner
Keanu's awesome.
shares. You know, they're not even really in it for Keanu. They're just like, oh, I want to show people that Keanu's great, and then they want to like my stuff. Like that's really all people
I
really
think
share.
the weirdest people is just like post pictures of them like as fresh as they can be, looking out at like the water or something, and they'll be like, "My heart too big for this world. That's why I stayed in myself," or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like just some dumbass shit like that. It's like, who the fuck, dude? The guy in this picture probably literally designed this meme. He just wanted his picture to be shared. That's really all that is. Right?
Exactly,
and
man.
Just like he's not posting some real shit. He's just gonna post whatever he thinks might get a share.
Exactly.
Like,
and
been hurt too many times.
People share
my heart too big.
People share it and like.
And he just had some Jordans with like a vest and a do rag, and like he's just as fresh as he can be with 5 like rings on, just like looking out into the water, and or he's like posted on a car. He's got a V-neck on. He's like this, and he's like looking out into the water and shit. And it's just like struggled all my life so I could get here. Now they want to take it from me. 500,000 shares of this random dude, bro.
It was one I saw. Just like it was just like someone yelling, just like, I'm making moves in silence. I'm making these moves silence, my dude. I'm out here, silent move maker. Like, and just saying this shit out loud. It's like that's what people do. Like they share like a bunch of money. They're like, I move in silence, like G and like the G and lasagna or whatever the fuck the line is. Like
the worst people,
like literally, it's like you're announcing your silent moves.
You're right.
Like, it's like
you contradict yourself. Yeah,
that's one of my favorites, at least. You know,
it's funny how people, the worst kind of people, definitely we can agree. The people that try to act like the meme is theirs, like they won't share the meme, they just post what it says.
Yeah.
You ever seen that? Like a person will like a meme will be going around like it's funny, and they're just write as a status what the meme says. Bro.
Man, I've seen it too many times.
There's like,
and
who are you?
And they'll get likes and shares for that status. I'm just like,
bro, I don't know if I want to pray for you, spit in your face, get away from you, punch you. Like I don't even know how to take that. Just disgusted with the human you are.
Like
it's horrible, bro. It's so horrible.
Like for our online landscape, it looks really fucking shitty. Like it's like, and I don't know if like you just like. Again, the only thing I can think of is for the likes and the shares. Because I mean, people might laugh at you and like I guess, but you know that you're not funny because you just stole that. But do you just want people to think you're funny or something?
Yeah.
Like
I told you, I remember before that I experienced with that with I remember Canard Squirrel, bro. Where like I told you I was in class.
Oh yeah,
perfect timing joke. Nobody heard it, bro. He says the same joke. Everybody geeks. I'm just like, he didn't even say nothing.
Call him out for that shit.
Like, well, why would you do that to me, bro?
Like everybody, whoever grade that was in, that was his joke.
Yeah, thank you.
Clear it up right now.
Thank you.
Clear it up. Clear the air. That was his joke.
Fuck off, Canard.
Ha ha ha. Good joke. No.
Thank you. It's just hurt because like he knew it was funny. You know what I mean? So he took it for
so like and like I guess people think that like this internet clout translates to like in real life clout. Like they'll just be like they'll see you and they'll be like, "Yo, man, like you funny as shit for that." Like I guess it
The
does for
guy who
some
like has the
people,
best memes, I don't think is getting
but
pussy though. I don't think nobody's like,
I
oh,
think
bro,
I
you're
think
always got good
you don't
memes.
understand this online landscape,
I
bro.
don't think it's like that, bro. I think you
Bitches
still gotta
love.
have some dick or some looks or some
Now, bro.
personality.
Nowadays, man, memes are worth its weight in gold, bro. You can trade memes on the open market,
No, bro. Listen, you can be
bro.
someone's friend on Facebook, but getting some pussy because you share some good memes, that's not gonna happen unless you got something to go along with it. You better have a good personality where you're just funny. You gotta be funny. That's if you can be funny, that can get you a long way with women. Funny like is your last resort. When you're just like,
So,
look, she don't find me attractive. I'm not a meme lord.
but see, you count meme lords, so like that's part of
I'm
it.
doing that for
Yeah,
you.
it's a part of
I
that.
have-
Like, I hope you understand that. Like, I'm totally joking. Like, because like, it's hilarious. Like, it's hilarious.
Verified.
You see you see the
Count meme
you
lord.
see jokes though. You see jokes though. Like like women always joke. They'll be like, if you got fire memes, you can hit this. Like, it's like
Yeah,
so,
but I just don't look at
it's
it legit.
100%. That's not real life. We know
Yeah.
that.
But it is a starter
Until
because you
yeah.
can get friends on there. Like people will be like,
Well,
"Oh, he's
well,
always
no.
got."
Well, that and you can be funny just by repeating memes nowadays. It's
Yeah, that's
like
true.
you're literally like there'll be nothing in the situation that applies. You'll be like, I'm gonna head out," and people just be like,
Yes.
and just geek, like just be like, it's just,
For sure, bro. For sure.
like you could literally just go around in real life and just be like, nobody. Basic bitches and just like
he gets it.
and of course when you say basic bitch pumpkin spice, that's not funny no more. That was funny at one point, but then you say nobody basic bitches, you say it in that format, it's funny now. It's
That's
funny
like the
now.
current meme.
Exactly. So I
Yeah.
mean, you can just like I guess it does work, man. You just take memes and say them in real life, and then
You can make it work like that for
you know?
a while.
But again,
But you gotta
it
have some
takes
dick to
some
back it
level.
up.
It takes, of course. But I'm just saying, I'm just
Um,
saying, with being funny, you can just use memes now. But it still takes some level of funny to use memes in
all I'm
real
trying to
life.
say with that though, when I say you gotta have some dick to back it up, is
You
like,
need to have
I
dick.
feel like there's plenty of women who would like just say it's like who's like the guy that plays Aquaman, like
Yeah.
women love him right now.
Yeah.
Say if he just had like a 2-inch dick, I still feel like women would be with him because like he's got the outer part. To him,
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if you're relying on meme lord, you better come with some at least some dick, so that when it does go there, because you don't have nothing else that's backing you up besides meme lord. So if you're,
You,
you
no,
gotta have. Oh,
I
no.
agree with you, bro.
So when they go like, "Oh,
I'm
you,
with
you
you.
fuck that dude who shares memes,"
I'm
there's like, "Dick was
with you.
big. Yeah, good dick."
and then they're like big dick and memes. It's like, well, what
Nah,
could you
it's
want?
not so bad.
Exactly.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
This just always comes back to funny, bro. It's like, if you just keep making them laugh, they can never tell how ugly you are.
So it's like, but like, so yeah. That's what it comes back to. Is you can see past it because he has a fucking big dick.
As soon as they're about to like break your heart.
So,
But
what?
you've
So
heard so many people be like, "It's funny."
Yeah.
Like you heard plenty of girls say that. Like I feel like every time she's about to break your heart, just make her laugh.
so
It's
it's like it's like so this is the triforce that we're working with: big dick, money, and or memes. Like
Listen, big dick is nothing but a plus. When I said you got to bring some dick, I'm just saying bring an average.
you gotta bring some dick. Yeah, you gotta bring
Don't
some
come
dick.
with a little dick. You get what
Well,
I'm saying?
well, if you got a little dick, you better come with a big stroke. You better come with a big stroke.
When you gotta,
And you better
At
eat
this
some.
point,
You
you
better
gotta
eat
look-
pussy, ass, toes.
you
You better do it all.
You're gonna have to be Aquaman, bro. You're gonna have to be.
But I think if you do it all, like you're like, okay, he eats ass, sucks toes, like and like I think you can make up with it for a little dick. I'm just saying, I mean, of course, I think you get 2 inches, it's done. Like, I mean, like, come on.
Yeah,
You're 2 inches. That's just comedic. But I think if you got 4-inch dick, you could navigate the landscape. I think you could work your way around a 4-inch dick. But 2-inch dick, I'm sorry, guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, 4 inches. I'm like, hey, we're all different people in here. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is like, when I say, well, you can. The thing is, if you had a 4-inch girthy bitch, you're still getting a little wow factor from a girl.
Yeah.
It's just like girthy bitch. It's like you just now you're kind of for yourself. It's like I don't need pussy.
It's done.
I'm girthy. You think I always joke about like I want to look like a soda can. It was like
This a fucking soda can.
yeah, but you ain't going deep.
Like I want to be fisted without a fist. Like
yeah, exactly. No, girl, that's what I'm saying. How can that? All I'm saying is, what is the differential between a vagina sex scene with a woman and an anal sex scene with a woman in the porn industry? Because the anal cavity is not going to heal properly from a soda can. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let's just say let's say if you normally get 3,500, I'm just making that a number, and they say, oh, we got your anal is $5,000. Well, that's not healing. So really, how many times are you worth that $5,000 in this industry? Once that ass is blown out, you're not worth $5,000 to take a soda can ass no more.
Well, unless you're shooting that brand,
so
you know what I'm saying? Like you might get signed to that one studio that makes the ass-scaping videos, and now you're a star again.
Now you don't enjoy your job no more. Now you're just blown out asshole soda can vid girl.
Oh yeah, if you want to put it like that, I think the better term is ass-scaper. It's a professional. That's what your business card says.
I don't care what nobody says. None of them bitches want to be fucking a baseball bat. Like that's just some money they offered. That's crazy, and you're just like needed or something.
Or some bitches want to fuck baseball bats. I'm just saying. Bro,
I think there might be a bitch who wants to fuck baseball bats. I don't think bitches want. Bro, one time I seen a bitch on a porn. Right, she fucked a baseball bat. That's what made me think that she fucked the baseball bat, and then she went to the edge of a bed, bro. You know how like you got your bed set up and it'll have like them things that come up on each corner, and it's like a ball at the top.
Yeah,
she sat on that, bro. And it's like, ain't no bitch ever able to do that.
Yeah, we got different beds. Like,
you ever seen that bed? That
I'm geeky. I'm just saying.
I'm just like, bro.
Oh man,
what was the price markup? Like,
but I mean, I also think one, there's a market, and two, I think there's bitches that do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like you have the dudes out here who I think fetishize banging grannies. You know, they just might want to bang some grannies.
How many bitches out of 100 is that?
It's a low amount of bitches, but I mean,
I think it's a bitch.
I think you have out of 100.
One bitch
out of
100 wants to take fucking corner of bedpost in their pussy, bro.
1% of women want to do that. 1% of women would do that.
On camera.
Yeah, on camera. But I'm saying I think you have more like 10% who want to do that, and then 1% on there, you know, on camera. Not on camera, that's what I'm saying.
And what's the markup from normal? What did you get paid double? It still wasn't worth it. You should have just did 10 scenes of normal dick.
Well, if you like it, then it is worth it. Then it is worth it.
If you like it, that's when they.
Well, I think at this point you're there because you enjoy it too. I mean, like,
I hope you didn't
know what I'm
sign
saying?
up for something you don't like. But when it comes to that big, you get what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be doing anal if you don't like anal.
Or works 40 hours a week. Like, I hope you didn't sign up for that. I did it.
I'm just saying in the porn industry, when you're taking a dick, like that's completely different.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's funny because like you watch, like there'll be interviews of like porn stars and they talk about like it's a normal job.
You've seen like what they do to some of these girls, and you're just like,
yeah.
I mean, I've talked about it before, but it makes me think about it again. I'm just like,
I've seen.
They would have had to say something like $150,000 for you to get mouth fucked for 15 minutes on camera,
and then literally by 15 dudes.
Why they make you throw up?
And then you take a fucking bukkake funnel where you just funnel it right down your throat of bukkake, just like a bukkake in the funnel.
Like I did that for $7,500. I guess you know what I mean, dog? Like, it's crazy. Maybe I got my porn numbers wrong, but I remember watching True Life, bro. The numbers were low. I remember, like I told you that before. I remember on True Life, a guy was doing. Once again, we debated this before, but like the guy said he was doing gay porn because he made more money.
Right.
But of course, if you're getting cracked in the ass, you know, there's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
it's just, you got a bit of gayness.
I'm not here to debate sexualities, you know?
You got a bit of gayness to you, bro, if you want to get cracked on camera in the ass, bro. It's not just about the money
at this point, not only, but like you either that or like you're just straight up selling out. Like you're literally like, you're just like, look, your sellout point for taking in the ass, like, like either you're gay or your sellout point is incredibly ridiculous.
But I'm saying is, let's say you did 5 or 6, you're not gonna reach 5 or 6 sellout point contracts. You get what I'm saying? Like,
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, but this is what I'm saying. As people who are like, I'm not gay, that say that. Okay, then you're just a fucking sellout because you literally just like sold your ass for next to nothing, pretty much. If you're not gay, you sold your ass for how much for this shoot? So you let someone fuck you in the ass for what? 10,000?
like you were gonna get paid 5 to fuck a girl.
It's exactly. It's like
I think I'm gonna fuck the girl.
Even 2,500. It's like I'll try and get 3 of those.
1,000.
I'll take my luck and try and get 3 of those.
Bro, somebody could literally offer you like $1,000 to fuck a girl, or 100,000 to fuck a dude. And I'll take. And I'm gonna,
and that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna work harder to get 10 shots, 10 different videos of me banging a girl for $1,000 a piece before I go make 10,000 for one shot to take in the butt.
Right, I'll fuck 100 girls for $1,000 a piece before I fuck one dude. Well, I let one dude fuck me for $100,000.
There you go, exactly.
If that's the choice,
exactly.
Why would you ever go? I gotta make more money.
Exactly, man.
Gonna blow out, dude.
So that's what I'm saying. So like we're sitting here, you're like, I'm not gay. Well, then you're just selling out your ass for next to nothing,
you got some
bro.
gay to you, bro. That's all I'm saying. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's just no way you let a dick go in your ass for it's on the regular like that. You know what I mean?
Just on the reg.
But the thing is, like, well, like you can get raped in prison. I don't think you're gay. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think that makes you gay.
Yeah.
You're we talked about the moment you're in Vegas. You wake up, your just ass is hurting.
Yeah.
You ain't gay, but what happened?
Well, I mean, what about the dude in prison who stops and like they do that, like they do like the girl thing, like they'll do that. Like at what point, like, are you just surviving? I think at that point, like, I like you're not gay if you're fighting. I think you're not gay if you're fighting the whole time. But if you turn to that girl, I don't know.
You
play the girl like that, bro?
I still don't think you're technically gay.
Play the girl like that, bro?
I told you I told you about a book that was called literally Bitch, I believe it's called. Or something along the lines of that. Whatever it is that they call them in there. And it's basically people that from day one, they just go, I know I can't fight. I know I need, that I don't know nobody. I'm just going to be a bitch. From the first day, they decide that. Nobody even does anything. They're just like, I'm going to be a bitch because I want to get protected. I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to get fucked by 10 dudes. So if I just be, that's a high-ranking gang member. Oh, I want to be his bitch. You know what I mean? Then you're protected. That's how they look at it, bro. It was like this book was like 4 people in there.
That's probably good to read, to be honest, just to hear the mindset of these people. You know what I'm saying? To hear the stories.
It's that kind of seems like a bad way to go out. But you had to tell me some crazy shit like, I was 16 on Rikers, and you're just like, I guess you did what you had to do to get out of there. But still, like, I can't just see a grown man going, look, bro, it was all of them versus me. I'm just like, prison, you're already in prison, I mean, if you're in prison, you're not doing a month. You're in there for some time.
You're kind of sympathizing with them. You're like, bro, like, man, it had 16 dudes bank you. Yeah, dog, because I wouldn't let him fuck me. Like, it's like, no, you probably should let him fuck you, bro. Like, you got beat the fuck out. You got you have a list, bro.
Listen, you have a choice out of which ass whooping you want.
You have a list for this now, bro. They beat the shit out of you. You probably should just got fucked.
I'm like, did they knock you unconscious?
Like I'm sympathizing with you at this point.
They KO'd me. Well, they might have fucked you. Are you sure they didn't fuck you too? Did you get beat up and fucked?
Next time you should probably just choose the latter and get fucked.
So I don't know about that. No, that's not about that. I was saying what they did, how they kind of just chose to be a bitch. I don't know if I would ever be able to accept that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And they were men. Not all of them were kids.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like, yeah, I'm sympathizing with you. Like, yeah, I guess you did what you did, bro, because I guess you could have died. But that's not me saying I'd do the same route.
But it's hard.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to live.
I don't know what I do, but I mean, I like to think that I'm being there and just be like, I guess kill me, stab me up. I guess end it if I'm in here for that long. Like I don't know, man. It's tough.
See, I'm always gonna go on the attack first. I feel like that's what you would probably do too. You're just not thinking about it that much. But you're gonna go survivalist first.
But I'm also thinking that you're also weighing out, because this is what I have trouble weighing out. okay, you do that, then you get extended time. You
Oh
know,
yeah, it is
and
what
you're
it,
like,
bro. It is what it is. I know that 100%. That's 100%. Yeah, yeah.
if I'm doing 10 years, I guess fuck it. You know,
I'm
it's
finna
going
kill
to,
somebody,
you
Steve.
know,
I'm finna kill somebody. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I'm gonna try and kill somebody before I just go like, all right, I guess you guys are gonna stab me up and kill me,
what's the fuck it timeline for you? Like they give you 5 years, you eat that?
bro. For me, the fucking timeline would be 6 months because I know that I would kill myself if someone raped me in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
As bad as that sounds, as weak-minded as that sounds, that I wouldn't. I'm the type of guy that I don't think I could get over that.
yeah.
I just if somebody
That's
took that
yeah.
from me, especially as a grown man. You know what I mean? Like it's
Well,
next level shit.
multiple people did it. Like 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 him.
Whatever it is, just one guy, whatever it is, I'm just like, I'm ready to die at that point. We talked about the movie before. You remember the one where the three black guys go to jail
Yeah, and the one
and one
dude just
becomes a
gets
bitch.
and
Remember at the end
they
though,
can't do anything about it, man.
at the end though, he comes out with the shank and
Yeah,
stabs that guy up. And like, if anything, I think you go out like that.
yeah.
Just like, all
Just
right,
try and just plan your
next time he
revenge.
comes in there, you just fucking slice his throat or something.
Yeah. See, I would just want to do it slow though. Like I don't want to, like I want to just like beat your ass, hold you down, and just like be like, look at me, and I just slowly cut your fucking throat. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do some
100%.
sadistic shit.
At that point though, I'm just so mad that it's more about just that guy though.
Yeah.
Like, because most of the time other people are involved. So
Yeah.
I want to body as many people as I possibly can. Like, I'm a sadistic dude, bro. So I hate to say this, man. I hate to even say some shit like this, but like if some shit happened like that to me, not saying I'm some badass or nothing like that, but I like to think like I would try and I'm trying to sneak a weapon into the visitation room when you're visiting your family. Then I'm gonna come up and tag your kids in front of you. You know what I mean? Then I'm gonna fucking try and kill you. I'll kill a guard, whatever I gotta do to kill your whole family right there, plus you. Like I'm on that type of shit now, bro.
Kill his kids.
I'll kill anybody you gotta say, bro. Tell me somebody that you like or love, I'll kill you. I'm killing them. Bro, it's next level shit, bro. They bred a demon. They
Yeah.
bred a demon, so I'm gonna kill them too. You know what I mean? That you bred a demon, I know it. Everybody's dead, bro.
You probably shouldn't say bread when it comes to.
I don't give a fuck what you want.
Like,
What are you talking about?
well, if you got to that point, I'm assuming that they raped you, so you don't want to say bread. Yeah, they bred you. Like, well, you know.
No, I'm saying like they're kids. I'm not saying like did that to me. What the
They bred
fuck?
you.
No, I'm talking about like their kids are probably a demon too. Then if this is the guy that is your father, I'm questioning every line of your generation now, bro. I'm just the ultimate eternal pain I'm trying to cause you that you've caused me.
Yeah.
You know?
Kill your wife.
If you got a family member in prison, I'll kill him.
Your
If you
wife
you're in there with your brother, I'll kill you both. I want to. Whatever I can do, I'm gonna try and kill you as bad as I can. I'm just gonna kill as many people as I can.
Yeah.
And then die.
I'd say maybe they take me out and you live. Well, I take your kids and your wife, bitch.
I hate to say it. I know they're innocent, but that's like that next level. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
That's
man.
next level
Yeah.
shit.
We're just trying to fuck this person's life up, you know?
Yeah, we're like, we square up. You beat my ass, bro. You can bank me. You can bank me in prison. 3 or 4 of you can bank me. Fuck me up. Don't fuck me. Leave me alone, right? Maybe you bank me once a year. Okay, hey, every time I scrap you, I ain't got no friends. You do got friends. We scrap every year. Whatever it is, don't fuck me. I mean, that's simple as that. Like, and I wouldn't even be thinking about. I'm not even thinking about revenge like that. I'm just thinking about I'm gonna try and get stronger for next year. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm not thinking about your kids or nothing.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just like you can't cross the line like that.
Yeah, and that's 100% a huge line.
That always makes it simple for me when somebody's like trying to fuck you like that. What makes it hard, right? This is real shit because it's like I'm going to a gay prison. Sorry, but this happens a lot in life where somebody don't technically give you enough to make you cross that line, right? To go, I gotta do this. So maybe they don't fuck you, right? But like, let's just say you're walking down the line, somebody blows a kiss at you. That's already a problem. You know what I mean? But is that enough problem for me to go shank time? You get what I'm saying? Like,
no, yeah.
But that guy blew a kiss at you. He didn't blow a kiss at nobody else. Blew a kiss at me. Oh, we blowing kisses now, dog? Oh, we blowing kisses now.
So shank time. That's what you're saying?
I think it's time to get a shank on you. At least.
You don't got one.
You know what I mean? Somebody blow a kiss. Like, obviously, somebody comes up, they smack your ass, bro. You're in lunch line. They smack your ass. What do you do?
Shank time.
See, on that time,
See, it's
well, that time I'm thinking like I ain't gotta shank this guy, but I'm scrapping.
yeah,
Like smack my ass with the scrapping time.
yeah, exactly.
Because scrapping time ain't gonna get more time.
You can't let them like bitch you, man. Especially in the lunch line. Like that's the moment.
And I know how it feels for people to have numbers on you,
That's
bro.
ride or die right
It's
there.
hard. It's hard when one like it might be 10 people and one of them are doing something to you, and like
And
you
really,
I'm supposed to do
well,
something, but
like,
you're like,
and that's
so
and that's the
mean.
thing. The way this guy's looking at it, complete 100% power move. The whole prison yard's here in this lunchroom. Well, some of them. They're here. I just bitch this guy. Everyone knows this guy's a bitch. So you
Yeah.
guys let everyone know you're at least willing to scrap it the fuck out. You know?
Even if they bank you. But the thing
Yeah.
is, we ain't kids no more. Like them bankings, 5 adults banking you.
This guy's been working out every day for 8
They're
years.
gonna put some beating. They're gonna put a beating on you, dog.
Yeah.
You know, and they know fake jumping.
They're hurting.
Prison's wild, man. Prison's wild. Ain't
It
It's
is
so wild.
wild as shit. Like, and I mean, like, it's fun because I mean, like, no matter what level you go to, there's always that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be out Towson, and like I've talked to 2 friends that've been there, however long, and someone's always tried to bitch them or do some stupid shit. Just try and fuck with you. And it's like
Somebody's gonna try.
exactly, yeah. At any level.
You're hoping it's like a guy that you got confidence in. Like it's just that average guy that's like you. Like just an average guy and he tries you. It's like, okay, I thought an average guy.
There's a good chance you might scrap someone in bookings. It's like it's
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're all in one holding cell waiting to be processed.
I know a lot of people don't have this experience, but bro, I was down bookings one time in the summer with my cousin.
You were down right there on Madison,
Yeah,
83.
Yeah, down bookings,
Central
bro.
bookings.
Down Central bookings, bro. And most people say it's cold in there, right? Well, this day, yo, we was in a small box. Like when you go in, there's a bunch of boxes. The one farthest to the left is a small box. It's like half the size of the other ones.
Right.
And they're just shoving people in here, bro. I swear to God, Steve, yo, it must have been like 105 degrees in here, yo. It was like 15 of us. Like to the point where people are laying on the ground because the only thing that even is remotely cold. Like everybody's like trying to touch the ground and shit, like nasty ass bookings ground.
Right.
And we're all just fucking bitching like crazy. And at first, like not bitching like crazy, but everybody's just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why is it so hot in here? Everybody's like, it's never like I've been down there like 2 or 3 times. It's always cold. This time it was hot as shit, bro. It was so hot in this small ass box. So eventually, after you say it a bunch of times and nothing happens, everybody done said their piece. You know what I mean? We're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Nothing happened. So at this point, we're like, all right, just shut the fuck up. Everybody shut the fuck up because it's just getting hotter. The more we talk, it's hot air.
And everyone's getting worked up talking about the shit.
Exactly. So everybody shuts the fuck up, yo. And there's just one guy that won't shut the fuck up, bro. Just keep. Oh my god, it's hot. Oh my god, it's hot. It's so hot. Like just it got to the point where like everybody's like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like if people are telling him like shut, and he's still talking, dog. And then my cousin.
Yeah.
Well, he was talking to another boy in there, and both of them were looking at each other, and they're both just looking at him like, "Yo, shut the fuck up."
The final one.
Yeah,
you got the final one.
Final one. You're just like, shut the fuck. Like everybody was so bad, bro. Somebody would have killed somebody in there. It was so hot, bro. Like the next level hot. You're just like literally. I don't even know if you're making it hotter, but I don't want to hear nothing right now.
Exactly, because you're annoyed. You're fucking annoyed. Annoyed. You're in Central bookings. It's like 3 hours now. Y'all been bitching for the past 2.
We're all fighting over the sink too, trying to get some fucking water on us. You know what I mean? Trying to get a little bit of water on your ears or something like that.
Like, bruh.
People ain't even drinking the juice, bro. You just got to sit on your head. You just try to use it. Like it was just crazy. They eventually pulled us out of there because it was too hot.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
About fucking time.
I know, just in that little area, just like I mean, I ain't never been a prisoner or no shit like that. I ain't never did no time like that. But just seeing that one motherfucker right there, like that's one motherfucker just did not know when to not do something.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If we wasn't in that box, he probably would have got his ass whooped.
And he probably walk into like prison or somewhere like he probably owned a place or some shit. Someone looked at him and been like, I don't like that shit.
Like that's what I'm always worried about with
like,
one boy we know. I'm always just like, when he was in prison, I was always thinking like, man, that guy talks a lot. I talk a lot, but I feel like, man, I'd shut the fuck up, man. Like some people just be talking like. Foley worried me too, man. That's another person. When he
Yeah.
went away, I'm like, bro, Foley be doing too much,
Yeah, yeah.
yo.
But I think he also has that kind of personality, kind of like get in the right crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like I think people like he's likable. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he's a likable dude, and like especially if you get him in there and he's like like you start talking to him a little bit, and you see he might have a little fire in him. Just like
Yeah, and
it's
then
just
you know,
like
like, oh, he can have
you kind of
that.
feel or
That
you
was
or you
rapper.
feel just like because Foley's scrappy. He
Yeah.
looks scrappy. It's like
I'm
you know
in
what I'm
there with
saying?
Foley, I'm feeling good.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
Yeah,
this guy got. That's the best thing
you
to
got
do.
some wrestling
If you,
background.
that's the best thing. Like that's the first thing you should probably try and do. If you go in there, you're just like, I know somebody's gonna try to make me their bitch.
Yeah.
You gotta find a couple other people who were on that same teeter tot. You gotta talk. You know what I mean, dude? It just got there. You're just
Yeah.
like, bro, me and you. Look, we ain't even gotta like each other. We should
Yeah.
just hang together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, you too. Yeah, I
See,
don't even care what you are. We
see,
need to hang together.
that's where I think like Foley would come in because he has a confidence to him. He has that confidence.
Yeah, but I've seen it bite him on the ass too.
Oh, definitely. But like I think I mean, of course I don't know, but like I feel like he'd just be able to like get himself into good.
Oh, for sure. I
You
mean, he
know.
survived,
Yeah.
so he was fine. But I'm just saying, like, some people ain't trying to hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people ain't trying to hear it.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he thinks everybody's trying to hear it. He's just like, oh, they just got to hear it. Then they
Yeah.
realize they want to hear it. Like,
Yeah.
no, this dude ain't trying to hear it.
And then when a dude tells Foley he's not gonna hear it, he's like, you see Foley switch up, just be like, "What'd you say, dog?" Like,
Yeah.
his neck gets
Shout out to Foley,
like,
bro.
his neck gets out there. It's like, dog. Shout out Foley. Get your ass on you, Foley.
Oh, man. That's Foley.
Yeah,
Foley's got a special soul to him, man.
yeah,
He's a special kind of person, bro.
yeah, man. Like I
He's-
said, like I remember when I first met him, I was still like a shy dude. I remember like I was about to dip off, and like early on, I struggled with like if I met someone new, I would have struggle time figuring out when's a good time to dap up. That's the like do I give him a dap because we like how many times do I meet him before I can give him a good dap? To extend that. It's like just like some of like social anxiety, or whatever. And I remember I went to dip, and I don't think I dapped. I don't think I dapped him up. He was like, hey, I remember I went to dip, and he was just like, hey, yo, bro. Hey, you want to dap me up, bro? He's like, yeah. I come back, I dropped back. I was like, yeah, dog. He's like, you dap me up. He was like, it was cool meeting you, man. You seem
that's
chill.
all right,
we
that's all
got
right.
hang out again. I was just like,
Like,
yeah,
well,
it was.
that's funny. I've never
Yeah,
had
it
a
was,
memory like
yeah,
that, man.
yeah, man, yeah. And it was cool. I remember that was my first like impression of Foley. Before I knew Foley, I heard about Foley. I knew he was a scrapper. So I was just like, I was always a little on edge about him before I met him.
Absolute goofball, man. But man, I couldn't ask for a better person, to be on my six.
Yeah.
Like, the guy is going to ride, man.
Yeah, man.
And he's not a dummy. He's gonna ride. He's the perfect guy. He would be the perfect soldier. He'd be a great soldier, Like the military probably would have fit Foley perfect.
You definitely put him like, yeah, he'd definitely be like, your best soldier right there. You'd be like, well, maybe not the best soldier, but he's got you 100%. He's gonna do whatever the fuck he can. Like, so yeah, it's funny. You meet people like that, and they just they outwardly kind of like show it. You know what I mean? Like, because I mean, there's people who are always like, they're like, yeah, I know I'm like that kind of person, but there's a separation. There's a line where it's like, all right, you're kind, but it's like you're like outwardly kind.
Yeah.
You're extensively kind.
He might be the friendliest person ever as far as that type of shit goes. Yeah, say anything to anybody.
100%, man.
I know exactly what you're talking about with the dap up thing. Well, I thought you was gonna say something different, but I know like the other day, Kate was introducing me to her friend's husband. It's like first time we go to hit it, like I'm like, look at this guy, and you can already tell when somebody ain't fitting up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they ain't fitting them good. They ain't finna do that. So I'm like, all right, he's probably gonna go for standard here. He's kind of formal. So when I pull up on him, we go like this, and we shake like this, normal style. Like grown business.
No juice, no juice.
Yeah, I was like, "What's up, man? Nice to meet you." It's also from a different country.
Yeah.
So I don't know his. I don't know how he gets down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so then like when we're leaving, they're leaving the party. We're at the party, and they're leaving, and flipped it around. And he comes up, and like at this point, I got a drink in me, and he goes to do it again. I was like, yeah, I'm doing it my way. It's like funny.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking about this
Exactly
stuff, right?
right.
But I'm just like, you know what? I'll bring it this way, and he goes like this. I was like, I'm smacking her in there. He tries to still go formal on me. He's still trying to go formal. I'm just like, I give him that, like, bring it in. Then I brought him in for the hug.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Ah. You know what I mean? I try to show him that. I hope he remembers that next time. If he does it, I'm just like,
He comes
I'm
up
gonna
and
do the
just
same
like
thing. Like, trying to explain. It's hard when somebody comes from such a different country like that.
Exactly,
All across the world, because you're like, you don't want to offend someone.
and they'll come somewhere and like they have a general understanding of like American culture, but they don't know like they still gotta get with the slang. They still gotta get with the
It's like
different handshake.
with that, like that was his first American party. You know what I mean? That was his first ever American party. Like all he had probably ever seen American parties was like on the movies.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Project X. It's
Yeah, like
like
see,
or
they're
some
just
shit
like,
like that.
hmm. Oh, I just wonder how I would be.
Yeah, and maybe
It's
we're
funny how like you just feel smarter. For
yeah.
some reason, you just feel like, oh, when I go other places, I'll just be seeing like shit that's like a little worse than here or something. It's like when and you think like, oh, when people come here, they're just like, wow. But
Yeah,
really, you would be out there like, wow, how do you do that? And you would hope somebody explains it to you because
yeah.
you've only seen it on the movies.
Yeah, exactly. You would hope someone would like try and show you that
I want
handshake,
to see
but
a legit sumo wrestle.
a real one.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like you can watch some on YouTube. They still do that
No, I'm
shit,
talking about live. That's
live.
what I'm
Yeah, it'd be
saying.
dope,
You
man.
know
It'd
what
be
I
dope as
mean?
shit. Exactly, man. That's one thing. Like, that's why, like, I kind of like I want to like learn like another language. Like, it's like because like I just want to be able to like of course, not everyone you can't communicate with everyone, but like just be able to communicate with this person like their native tongue and just
Yeah.
like I've seen like
E-
when people responded like they light up. They're just like oh like
Even if it's
but like
broken.
exactly yeah
I fell down a rabbit hole one time on the YouTube videos of that, where
yeah
it's like it's this black guy going around
yeah
surprising
yep
people he
and
knows Japanese.
yeah and Chinese and shit
Yeah,
yeah
yeah,
I know that
exactly.
guy
Yeah,
man I
he's
love
like
that
talking
guy man
proper as shit.
yeah
And they're all like, "Wow!"
yeah
I'm not
exactly
gonna put impression.
yeah I remember there was this one like he it was like a antique shop in Chinatown like when he came in like like he was like talking to them and like they were just like oh yeah Chinese oh yeah and then he switched up to from Mandarin to Cantonese and then it was like oh shit now you really get it and then he said like a Chinese saying from like Confucius and they were just like oh sit down like we're supposed to talk to you just like especially because he's a black guy too
Right.
that really gets them going as like
Yeah.
China as like uh non like native Chinese people like yeah definitely man like it's
And
it's
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 weird
cool it's cool
because I want to say that we would have that same feeling, but we wouldn't. Because like there is people all around the world that speak English. Like that's kind of
yeah
a native type of thing,
yeah
Like not a native, what that don't make no sense, but you get what I'm saying. Like
yeah
people try and learn English because they know that would benefit them all around the globe. Where for us, it's like you think like, okay, Spanish would help us, but we
yeah
don't really have that type of need to go. We need to learn this in order to do something.
exactly because like I mean yeah English is like I think the main language. Well, I don't think it's the main language in the world. Mandarin is. Mandarin is then Spanish as the two biggest languages in the world.
There's way more people.
Exactly. Just way more native
Yeah.
speakers. Exactly. But English is just like for some like especially like in India it's real big. Like it's like okay Hindi cool, but if you speak in English, oh you're smart now. You're educated, because that's usually what
Right.
that means. You speak Hindi, you go to school and learn English, pretty
I
much.
know a lot of Spanish guys, and they always say, that all their parents told them when you leave the house, not everyone, but
Yeah,
when you leave the house, you speak English,
yeah,
because
yeah.
that you can speak Spanish in the house.
But in
But
this household, yeah, I mean, it just, it's, you think they might do that for safety or what?
I think they're trying to do it because they want their kids to adjust to the culture better than they are able to.
Yeah, yeah,
Because let's say you come here, you're 30 years old, you lived all your life in Tijuana,
yeah,
and then you come here like you're gonna adjust over time, but it could take 20 years before you really understand like how America functions.
exactly,
Because
yeah,
I feel like you would go through the same process that we went through. Obviously, you have a better mind, but you still have to learn the same process of like, all right, you have to learn how things function day to day.
yeah,
What places are, what everything is, how they do everything. But then on top of that, you have to know laws. Like you got to learn new laws. You got to learn, our constitution.
Yeah,
If
shit
you
like
want to,
that.
right? If you got to pass a citizenship test, you got to know all that stuff.
Yeah, and
You
you
got to
got
know certain presidents, all on that line. So it's definitely difficult.
definitely difficult. And then, yeah, I mean, the you also might, you just want them to fit into the, society as a whole.
Right.
Just to be able to go out there, speak, be able to switch up languages, but you don't speak with an
And
accent, shit like
especially
that.
if you're illegal, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You want your kid, first of all, your kid learning English benefits you if you don't know English that good. A
Yeah.
lot of families, right, have
Yep.
their kid is actually the translator.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a thing. But on top of that, you want them to go, well, if you have the kids, the whole family speaking Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Nobody knows English. That naive way of that already looks bad in America.
Yep.
It's always going to be, oh, learn this fucking
That's
language or get out. Like it's always going to be like that, and they know it, and it's
yeah,
bad, but they
exactly.
accept it.
Exactly. The one thing that that like I've learned, like working in like food, like the food business and like restaurants, you work with a lot of immigrant workers, and you look with a lot of Spanish speakers, and a lot of them do not speak English a lot of times. And I've always been able to like figure it out though. Like I've always been able to like communicate with these people, like with them, and like just be able to work it out and just kind of like be patient with them. Like there was this one guy, like Lorenzo. Um, he was the dishwasher at a restaurant I worked at, and like he spoke nothing, but like he would kind of like walk around, like kind of like point to various things, and like I just kind of like worked with them, and you just kind of like it's still you're able to find a way to communicate regardless of like a language barrier involved. Just like
Yeah,
like you just and then like you just like you pick something up, and you're just like like uh this, and you say the word, and they're just like see, yeah, just like
same.
it's
Been through the
awesome, man.
same thing.
It's awesome,
It
man.
sucks when you finally got to speak to a Spanish immigrant, and they can speak to you in English, and they're like Espanol, and you're like, no,
Yeah.
no, I don't speak any. I can't even local meet up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
See,
Like,
I know very little. I know very little. I
I
can
can't
get
even say it's not even broken Spanish that I know. I don't know Spanish.
no.
I'm not
I
gonna
know a
sit here and say
couple. I know a couple words that like just know a couple words, and like sometimes I can just put it together. Like I don't know, man. You just work on it a little bit. You say it, and you're just like, oh, okay. Because like I've taken a Spanish class. I've heard words and shit, and sometimes it just jogs your memory to say it.
I
And you're
mean,
just
I
like,
like to
oh,
think I think I can name like
yeah,
20 or 30 words that I know.
yeah.
But
I think if they use basic words to
but
try
it's
and
like
communicate,
putting it
yeah,
in the sentence and how to word it properly.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which I think we should promote like multilingualism. I think we should promote like languages in schools where it's like, all right, like learn one, like it's a part of it, like you know, and we should fund them to where we're able to put more languages in schools, like in our schools, like you had Spanish but wasn't required. I think Spanish should be a requirement, and you learn Spanish, like or let's say you can pick Chinese. You should be able to, you should be required to learn one language throughout school. Just saying, one other language.
Yeah, I like
Just
that.
like how other countries work.
Yeah, I definitely like
You
that.
know, I mean, I think just stimulating it. I think it just offers better communication as a whole. I mean, if it was a requirement to learn Spanish in this country now, it'd be pretty. Like you wouldn't have these problems. Like you just be like, oh, hey, see, señorita, and just
You,
move on.
you would already have English class too. It's like you're always gonna learn
Yeah,
English. You know what I mean?
exactly.
You're
Yeah,
always in that class,
yeah,
so
yeah. I
it's not
mean,
like you're
like,
learning that instead of that.
yeah. So I mean, I think if you just like, or like you just save it for high school. Say you take 4 years of this language. In those 4 years, we should be able to get you literate in a language. And it's a requirement to pass. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, like I remember like me just being young and dumb. Like every year, well, of course we had that 1 year
Yeah.
in Spanish in middle school. We didn't have to sign up for that. But
Right.
like my 2 years in high school, I signed up for French class, and both years I was already filled. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
And it's like I was in Spanish class and I was like I was learning it, but I wanted to learn French. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And maybe Spanish is more beneficial, but I wanted to learn French.
Yeah.
Like I
Exactly. Yeah.
chose French.
Yeah.
I knew if I would have been in French class, I would have been more interested in
Yeah.
really learning it. Where in Spanish, I was just like, and it's like I swear I feel like I'm biased maybe, but I feel like I haven't had good Spanish teachers.
See, I had a great Spanish
Yeah,
teacher.
just
I
like
know,
they're
but
usually just like super mad when you don't get it.
see, I had when I was in Spanish one, I had a good teacher. Then when I moved to Spanish two, it wasn't a good teacher. Terrible. I hated her. Everyone hated her. It was just like, well, I would just cut Spanish now because I didn't care. I never cut Spanish. My other Spanish class, I would always go. I would take notes.
It shows
I
how much
liked
of
it. It was
language.
cool. It was
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, Spanish too was like, I'll cut whatever. Fuck it. I can't go
Sad
back.
truth.
Yeah, can't go to the bathroom and be gone for
Any
45
language you
minutes.
can learn right now, we going with.
If I could learn any language right now, it would probably be Spanish. I think Spanish is one of the easier ones because I have a basis in Spanish. But I mean, like, I would definitely want to learn Spanish right now because that would benefit me the fastest.
Okay, tomorrow you wake up, you know Spanish, or you got $5,000,
No Spanish. Yeah,
$10,000.
Spanish.
That's
Yeah,
worth $10,000 to you.
yeah,
See?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, because I mean, like, you could easily. I mean, like, in any work field, that's always a plus. I mean,
It's
that's
just
just the way I look at
cool.
it. So, like, exactly, and it's also cool shit. So like, simple as that.
The problem is when you meet people who know like 5 or 6 languages, they always have the need to tell you.
Yeah,
Like it is always have to be like, yeah, I'm trilingual, some
yeah,
shit, and you're just like,
yeah. There's
like I'm not interested now. And you
There's
just throw
there's
it
this
out there
there's
like
this
that.
guy on YouTube. Like, he literally goes around and does that. He'll be like, I'll give you $100 if you speak a language I don't speak. Just like, he'll be like, Czech, Twi, Somali, you just know all, and it's just like usually the only ones that get him are like small native tongues. Like, this one dude was like, like it was like an Aboriginal language or something like that from Australia. Like, he was like, oh yeah, it's tribal in Australia, and he was just like, "Oh shit, like you speak that?" He's just like, "Yeah, like it's just like tribal Australian." Like,
I can't lie, that's pretty cool.
that's
Though.
pretty fucking
That's
cool.
pretty cool, yeah.
It's just like that's when he probably came from that tribe, but but just speaking another language, I think it's just worth
How
so
many
much, man.
languages does that guy speak?
I think he speaks like he's but they call him like the name for him, the term for him is polyglot. So you speak multiple languages. I think more than 6, and you're a polyglot or some shit like that.
What the fuck? That
But he
sounds
knew
pretty
like
cool.
25 or some stupid shit like that. I'm just thinking, like, 25 fucking languages. Like, even that dude, the YouTube dude we're talking about, I think his name's like Laoshu or something, Moses, whatever. He speaks like 6 languages.
The
Like,
guy
where it's
we
like,
were talking about with the
yeah,
Japanese.
yeah. Like, he knows like he knows like Somalian, Twi. He knows Arabic, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Russian,
Arabic would be
Spanish.
cool.
Arabic. I want to learn Arabic because I just want to be able to go to Nevi's house and be like, Abraham,
Hey.
hey, Allahu. Just like, just like talking, just like,
Zabs you up.
and he just like, and then they'll probably just be like, you don't know fucking Arabic. Like, it's like, yeah, no Arabic. What's up? Like, but also, it
I feel
sounds.
like Arabic might be second
I also
for me.
like languages that sound cool. Arabic sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Spanish doesn't sound too cool to me.
But it's so
Arabic
needful.
sounds cool.
It's so useful. So I go
Yeah.
Spanish 1, Arabic 2.
And yeah, exactly, yeah. Spanish 1, Arabic 2, and then after that for
And
me, it's
third,
Korean.
where you going? Korean?
yeah,
It's pretty sweet.
yeah,
So what, Koreans speak different than Chinese?
yeah. Koreans speak Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Chinese isn't technically Chinese, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that Mandarin?
It's Mandarin, yeah. And then they have, but the problem with like Mandarin's like the standard language, like with Arabic, the most time they teach, it's called like Arabic standard or standard Arabic, where it doesn't, like, people have dialects as well. Like the people in Iran, I believe, speak a different dialect of Arabic than the people in
Yeah.
Afghanistan, so on. Like
But you can
Moroccans,
find the base words. and
exactly.
shit.
Like,
Seems
and that's
like
where they have standard Arabic.
Seems like the Koreans are kind of dicks, if so. Because it's just kind of real small. And you guys decided to create a whole other language. Like, yeah, just hop on the Mandarin train.
I mean, they have their own history. They're chilling out here. So I mean, like, and like with Chinese, like that region spoke Chinese, but I mean, like, there was always like it was a chaotic region. So I mean, they're just over here chilling. You know what I'm saying? And just make their own language. I mean, it's just like why you have different languages in like Africa, and like you have different tribal villages. That start these original countries, and they eventually grow them with their own shit. You got Korean, you got Japanese. It's like why would people from Laos not speak Vietnamese? Like, they speak like Laotian, or they speak Lao,
I feel like they're all doing this.
and they're right there. But I mean, it's like you're just like, fuck that village. We're over here. This is Laos, bitch.
Well,
Well, Rio, what's up?
Languages are
That's like
hard.
that's what it is. You're repping your tribe. You're just like, "What's up? We speak Korean over here, bro. We speak English here, cuz." You know, just like, and you're just bucking at him. You're like, "What's up? What's up, boy? You want to come over here? You want to fight us?" Like, you're rivals, so you do different shit. You know, you're like,
Languages
"Oh,"
are hard,
you're
dude.
just like, "Look, over there in that bullshit village, yeah, they speak Chinese. Over here, Korean. We're smart."
All I'm saying is, if let's say there's a language established, right,
Yeah,
and I'm fitting to be like, those guys, if they got language established, they got other shit established before me
right.
too. So probably like some weapons and shit. I'm just like, I think it's gonna be useful to know what they're saying.
Yeah.
I don't think we should be focusing our time on trying to create a new language. Like, I feel like we want to know
But
what the
look,
enemy's
but
saying.
but if we were originally, you know, because I mean, like we all came from one group and then group to group to group to group. So let's say like we're a group and we decide to split from this group. Well, we also want to be able to communicate in a way that they don't understand. We have an advantage because we understand them because we know the old language and we created our own twist on it.
When they write that Mandarin, that's like the symbols and shit, ain't it?
Kanji, yeah,
How the
kanji.
fuck, bro? That seems so long and
So
painful.
just like we have letters, they have certain characters that each word's built off of. So you start with the initial shape, and then I believe there's other marks throughout that indicate on that character which one of those, you know, from there it is. Like they have like don't quote me on this, but I believe there's one like there's two of them. One's the sun character, and then you go off of that, and one's the moon character, and that's kind of like what their symbols are based off of. And then you from in there, again, I don't know, but you have various marks off that initial character that symbolize what you're saying
I
and
got
writing.
you. How cool is
From what I
this
understand,
out?
but I mean, look at Arabic, bro. Arabic is Arabic is just
Yeah.
like that's another language. Is just like,
Let's
but
say
again, same thing.
tomorrow. How cool would it be tomorrow we can go straight up work like a Vietnam farm with a family that's going to feed us and give us a place to stay. We're going to teach them English. They're going to teach us Vietnamese.
And how to make pho, hopefully.
Oh,
Because that should be
we're going to learn
good.
pho. Trust me. We came there to learn pho.
Yeah. That's why we're here.
So I just think something like that would be so cool. But like you could teach someone English while they're teaching you their language, because that would
Yeah.
be good, right? That's
Yeah.
good. Where you're just like Trey, and they're just like, and they tell you, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
And it was
exactly.
like, yeah, okay, Trey is that. So then when you
Yeah.
think about when you said Trey, what they said, like I feel like that would be so good for me.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think when it comes down to like, I think I would have trouble teaching another person like grammar and a different punctuation, like there, and there, like, like you know, trying to teach that I before you have to see type of thing, like that's where we get a little hard with the grammar. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, you go there next level, but you could teach somebody there. You could teach somebody that.
there, yeah, exactly. But that's why I mean, like, English is the hardest language to learn. And I think it's also one of the hardest ones to teach. You know?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But I feel
So
like I can. I also feel I'm biased, so it's hard for me to picture. But I feel like it's not the hardest thing to say with the mouth.
but then
I
you
know, I'm
yeah.
biased, of course.
But then you call the Chinese store and L's are out the window, man.
I know. But
It's
when
weird because it's just a way you move your tongue.
yeah.
It's like L, and they're just like, it's just like.
But I mean, if you lived 100 miles away in America, you would be like Trey. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well, I mean, the farther south you go, like instead of like oil, it's oil. Like you know, it's just like
Yeah,
shit
for
like
sure.
that. You know, it's like you know, as you go north, you probably won't hear like a wash, like you do here, you know, or whatever. There's so many different like
It's
dialects
like,
of English too. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
like with
I wouldn't
Arabic,
call them
you're
dialects,
like,
but accents.
like you say like 3-4 different things to make a word. You know, where like I could just be like boat, like, like it seems very simple to just not how to spell it or nothing like that. Just like boat, you know, it's like you bag wall, like where there's just like haka, you know, you get what I'm saying? You have to. I'm just looking at it from a completely naive point of view.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's
yeah,
how
man.
I picture it.
Yeah.
Where it's like a lot of our shit is like one word. It's hard to spell,
Yeah,
but it's easy to say.
And then, but like, this is the thing, like this is where it comes out. Like you think it is, but like they don't have the muscle memory to be like boat.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like they just can't
But
like
you
that making that noise with your throat that hasn't made
what
this noise before, or
totally. What I'm picturing in my head is like for me, like when people like my I got Spanish friends, they teach me a Spanish word. I don't look at this that hard to say a Spanish word. I think I can say Spanish words. Obviously, I'm not rolling my tongue, but I can say like
yeah,
friole. I get it.
but you're sitting there and you're
But
like pero, like it's
but what
like
I'm saying is like if it's like Russian, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's like you're like trying to throw something on there and shit. Like with Spanish, it's like cerveza. Okay, I get it. It's just like a lot of shit seems harder than like English, Spanish. I think those are like to say
But I mean,
easier
like just like
words.
you have like boat, like they have stuff that's like puerta, like like or frijoles, like that's
Even
easy to
those,
say. No, but
even those are
no,
more
listen,
difficult though. You
listen.
know what
That's
I
what
mean?
you say. Like those are easy to kind of like replicate and say. But then you have like miscellaneous, and you're just like,
I ain't even going
but
there though.
but that's like a part of like like just like when you get to like you try and you're just like all right look there's like when you say like there it could also be like theirs and that means it's theirs and there's like so there
See, I ain't
theirs
even.
so
I
there's
You're
theirs
totally right about that. But
there's theirs and there's like
I'm teaching
what I'm
somebody
saying.
something. I'm not even worried about all that. I'm not even trying to explain all that unless they ask me. You know what I mean? I'm just straight up trying to teach you there, right? And then like when we're alone, I'm saying this is ours, this is theirs. I'm trying to teach you like that separately. I'm not even trying to. I'm never gonna have today. We learned the difference between there and you know what
Not
I
for
mean.
you,
I'm
not for
never
you,
gonna do that.
not for you.
That's for me. I'm teaching you basic shit. You figure that shit out. Eventually, you just get that between English people talking.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck you mean that's theirs? You know what I mean? That's there. Right? Yeah, that would definitely fuck somebody up. You're absolutely right. That's one that would definitely fuck somebody up.
But then there's like but it's just like it's like this like trying to like I mean, of course, it's easier, but like the difference between like puta and like punta, like I think like punta is point, but puta is bitch, like like in Spanish, like that type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's how
I might be getting that wrong, but
that could definitely fuck you up if that's true. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And there's words like that, but pussy doesn't sound like dick to me. Yeah, so it's when it comes to like words that would get you in trouble like that. I don't know. To me, it just sounds like there's a gap. Like I just feel like it's an easy language to say. I completely could be wrong.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
Spanish is an easy
well,
language to say.
this is what I'm saying. It's like
Not easy, but
this
simpler
is
than
what
a
I'm saying
lot.
because it's like so this is just how I'm gonna put it. Like I don't think it is just because that's why people have ridiculous accents and they continue to have them for long after they've learned English. That's where I think it's just like yeah, like like it may be easy to be like boat, but like to like
But you're
get that
saying what
pronunciation,
accent?
like talk with them. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
saying accent. I'm just saying like muscle, like not muscle, like brain learning that. It
Yeah.
don't even matter how they say it. Like long as they know jar is jar, it don't matter if they say gar. Who cares? That they know that. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to teach people that like,
Gar.
yeah,
Gar.
it's like it could sound like a billion. It sounds like car. It sounds like,
Yeah.
a billion things. But like they know I could grab this and be like gar, and people would eventually get to it. That's all I can do for you, kid. I ain't no English teacher.
Well, you gotta teach them English.
I'll teach you street, bro.
Uh,
I guarantee you go cop some chicken ricos in Hoptown.
well, they speak
When I'm
Spanish,
done,
so they'll be good.
when I'm done with you.
They speak both languages, so
Peruvian,
they'll be all
right?
right.
Is that a different language?
Like
No wonder.
I just love it. Like they would just go up and just be like, let's speak to Spanish, and they come to me and they're like, oh, what's up, buddy? What can I get you? And it's just like, all right, cool.
No, come up here and start speaking Spanish.
I want to learn just so I could go to the Chicken Rico guys. I want to be able to communicate with if anybody, just be like, I want to. Those guys are cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to get the hot chickens. You know what I'm saying? That come out.
Sometimes people be like, I think these people. You can definitely get a deal when you know the
Well,
language.
I've seen it, bro.
Oh yeah, I always
people go up.
when I go in there with my friend. I always get an order.
You'll see the ones on the left and then the right. You know what I'm saying? There's that one, and people in front of you get the ones on the right that speak Spanish. Here you come. They reach for that left one. You're like,
my man.
I
always like to fuck with people that they said like, oh, Spanish people were talking about me. They were laughing. They were saying stuff and laughing. Like you never really know.
Yeah.
But sometimes like Spanish people are doing that. I'll say something in English and start laughing.
Right.
Just like, what you say this? even the playing field. We're gonna laugh in this vicinity of Earth. Okay, let's laugh then.
We laugh on this side of the planet.
All right. Let's
Okay,
laugh then.
yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
You go to his face. but simple as that. And then like
Ja.
and then it's funny because like you see that meme and it's like people will like be like, you know, when you have to ha for your white friends but you jaja with your boys. It's just like, oh, because the J is the H. I get it.
You remember
I get it. And then I start wearing a Mexican flag. I'm just like,
you remember in 5th grade with that guy in a meme? In a meme, yeah.
They fuck with
The
me.
next picture was like
Mexican flag.
in the meme, God damn, I completely forgot now.
I know what horchata is. Mexican flag.
Cerveza.
Modelo. Mexican flag.
Anything.
Exactly, man.
Taco Bell.
It's like it's funny because it's proven. Like say people like, "What's up, cerveza Modelo?" And it's like Mexican flag. It's awesome, man. It's awesome, you know. For culture. Sucks you forgot the meme, but you gotta do it for the culture.
Man, I'll tell you what. I definitely I love Spanish culture probably more than anything.
Well, I mean, it feels good because like it's because they make memes. You know, like the Spanish culture, like the black culture. They make memes about the one white dude that's accepted in the hood or invited to the cookout and invited to the carne asada. Me as like that white guy, it's just like you're just like it's like a brand. It's just like, what's up? I get downs with it. It's like
I remember what I was gonna say. It was that guy. Remember in 5th grade with that guy? It was Jesus, but his name was spelled like Jesus.
Yeah.
And everybody's just like Jesus.
Yeah.
And then the teacher's like, Jesus, and he was like,
Jesus.
Jesus.
Hey, Jesus. Like that guy's Jesus, man. What is it funny? Because that's where the name comes from. It comes from Jesus, you know.
What does Jesus mean, Jesus?
Well, I mean, Jesus is when the key was spelled with a J, so there's like Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is, man. You know, because I mean, come on, bro. The Aztecs were Catholic. You know what I'm saying? They believed in Jesus.
I wish we could get like a Bible expert in here because I've really always wondered, like, how is it that Christians were formed out of Jesus being a Jew? Do you know why that is? Like, Jesus was a Jew.
He was a Jew, but he was also thought of like that's what Christianity is believing that Jesus is the Messiah. Believe
That has a lot to do with it, but that's not the only thing, right?
not the only thing, but I mean like I mean again I don't know. Yeah, you know I mean the fact that he's a Jew. Yeah, the fact. Well, I mean I don't know. What
So what Christians just completely made up
so with
that Jews killed a dude.
So look, no.
Just think about that. Just think about like
Whoa.
Let's just think about before everything, right? They're both
Yeah.
writing their little stories, and then it's like that guy that's writing that Christian one. He's like, I gotta come up with some good shit. He's like, these people really are Jewish. They're like, they're hardcore Jewish.
Well, no,
dude.
I
It's
believe.
like, all right.
No, I believe it's
The Messiah came. The prophet came.
I believe it's a fact, and it's even accepted among the Jewish people that they killed Jesus
That
because
is not true.
I don't know.
That is not true.
You sure, man?
Yeah, I'm not 100% true, but I can go off of my little dumb context clues. Remember that thing I showed you with the little? It's a funny clip, but Seth Rogen when he's all fucked up. And remember, he's like, "That's what they think they did. We did to him."
Oh yeah,
he says that.
Yeah,
you know?
I got
so
you.
I kind of.
But what
that's
if,
the only thing I got.
What if you know? They're like about it. What the Christians are saying was true was that like they did kill Jesus, but then the Jewish people were like, no, we didn't kill Jesus. You know,
I feel
know what I'm saying?
If that was the case,
we could just go back and forth because we don't know.
Not like I'm just.
We don't know.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, in my opinion, if that was the case, that they wouldn't keep saying he hasn't came yet. You know what I mean? Because now you're waiting on something that you know you did. You already killed. So that don't make sense to me. You know?
What do you mean that you killed?
Like they believe.
The Jewish people?
That the prophet, the Messiah, Jesus Christ, never came.
Right.
You know? So if you're saying they know they killed Jesus,
no.
Now they're just banking on something
no. See, so from what I understand is that, because Jesus, he wasn't the prophet. That's why they killed him, because he wasn't the prophet and he's still waiting to come. what I'm saying?
Let's
And
get, can we
Jesus,
get to the bottom of that?
well, hold up, because Jesus Christ apparently was just the guy's purported name, and so they're just waiting for the true Messiah to come back, not necessarily Jesus Christ, because in Christianity, Jesus Christ is the Messiah, but
Right.
they're just waiting on a Messiah, not Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? So since they killed Jesus Christ because he wasn't the Messiah, and people were saying he was. You know what I'm saying?
So they killed him for doing that? Doesn't seem.
Because I believe he had a whole different following, and religious war, bro, straight up. Plus, the Christianity was just born; it wasn't born yet. Jewish faith was already still instilled in society for most of the. I don't know, man. I'm talking from an extremely uneducated point of view here, which is terrible when it comes to this. What you getting to the bottom, bro? What you getting to it, man?
I can't find anything of anybody saying that they do admit they killed Jesus.
Well, I mean, in the Bible, he got crucified by the Romans, which were Jews. In
But
the
here's the
Christian
thing.
religion, right?
Here's the
No?
thing. I don't know. I don't know. You could be right too. But what I'm saying is, my understanding is that they believe that Jesus never came. That didn't happen. So, like you just said, we both don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But I thought that they believed Jesus never came. So that's why I was making that joke of why would the Christians
Yeah.
just be like, "You guys
Well-
killed him"? You know what I mean? Like it's just
He's coming back. That's what I'm saying, and then that's when rapture,
Do Christians
happens.
believe Jesus is coming back?
My understanding, that's what the thing is. Like when Jesus comes back, he's gonna take. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting it mixed
But
up.
they do admit that
But-
Jesus was a zombie.
But that's the thing. All they're saying is that so Jesus is only Jesus because he's considered the Messiah in the Christian religion. So they're waiting for the Messiah to come back. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Okay, so
I don't know, man. I don't
okay,
know,
so
man.
let's just say hypothetically that you're right, and the Jews do admit they killed Jesus, right? Do they also admit that he was birthed from a virgin?
I think that is what Christians believe.
See, now you're admitting to this thing called Jesus Christ, though. That's what I'm saying. And like,
Well, I said believe.
Didn't
That's
he
what
didn't he-
Christians believe.
but
I
I'm
never
saying-
said anything.
no, what I'm saying is like, if we're the Jews, this sounds weird, but the Jews admit that they killed Jesus, right? Wouldn't they then have to believe the entire story behind Jesus as it's told?
No, because they're just waiting on the Messiah, the prophet from God, which people believed was Jesus.
And so if they think that that
And
guy's
Jesus
lying,
was not that, so they're still waiting on the prophet from God.
so if they think Jesus was lying, then they must think that the birth from a virgin is lying.
Exactly.
That's what I would imagine. right?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So isn't it also a thing that he died and was resurrected, right?
From what the Christians believe, I don't think the Jews
Right.
believe that. I think the Jews are like, "Oh, he's not the Messiah, so he's dead. He's been dead."
So what happened after he resurrected? I know
From
you're
what
not the guy.
from what the Christians say, he came back. He let them know that he would come back for everybody or something, or I don't know. Like I said, I don't know.
Why would he let them kill him if he planned on coming back?
Well, he didn't have enough. Like I said, so from what I understand, the Christian religion wasn't born yet. He only had like 8 disciples or something like that, versus an empire or whatever force the Jewish faith had at the time.
But he's a great prophet and he's turning water into wine.
Well,
he could defend himself.
That's what those disciples believed, which was only a handful. It wasn't the world. So I'm saying that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That from what the Jews, this is how the Jews would believe that to go.
Yeah, no, I'm saying as far as Christians, like
Yeah.
as far as we're just trying to add up some facts here.
Well,
of,
the
like,
Christians are
why,
saying he came back, did the water to wine thing, the fish,
and,
the bread.
and now they're waiting on him to come back. Well, why do you let people kill him then?
Why did he let people kill him?
Yeah, why did he decide to go away for like? I mean, how long's it been?
Where he
now?
died? Well, I don't
get it.
know.
Like,
I don't know,
do
man.
They really
I don't know
believe he's
enough.
coming back? Because I never heard that.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I mean, like I said, no idea. I mean, from a completely, yeah, like, as simple as that. I don't know enough about Christian history or Jewish history, but I do know, I understand Judaism was yeah. That's just my because
79% of Christians in the U.S. say they believe Christ will return.
okay. So you know how in South Park, like, it's just like I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up.
So we got among U.S. Christians, right? Do you believe in the second coming of Jesus Christ? 79% yes, 17 no. Do you believe that Jesus will return to earth in your lifetime? 20% of Christians in the United States of America believe that Jesus is coming back in their lifetime. That's crazy to me,
That
dog. Who am I? I'm not trying to knock nobody's faith, but 1 out of 5, bro, believe that he's coming back within 100 years. Is the time of the second coming revealed in biblical prophecies? 33% yes. I don't know what that means.
No,
Before the second coming, the world situation will 34% worsen. 34% people think that before Jesus comes back, which is called the second coming, that the world will get worse. That's a thing too, ain't it? Like this, it's like the 70 deadly sin. Remember, it's like they send the plague.
yeah,
Then they send the.
yep.
What
Yeah.
is that?
I don't know. I forgot what
It's like
that's
seven
called.
deadly sins or something, right?
Well, the seven sins are what that's what sinning is. They've laid out the sins that you can participate in. They've defined what's sinful behavior and what is sin is.
23% believe that nations and people affect when Christ will return. 50% believe they don't.
Believe that people have a what?
That countries and people will affect when Christ returns.
What the hell?
Yeah.
How do you believe that? You're just like, oh, what we do will. Climate
Yes.
change is happening, so Jesus will never come back
What I'm
now.
saying is,
Like what?
if you're, it's so funny because it's like, if you believe that if we keep doing bad shit, we're gonna be punished, right? And then Jesus is gonna come back. Jesus is gonna come back if we keep doing bad shit.
Right.
You guys want Jesus to come back, and we keep doing bad shit. I don't know. Do I sound like an idiot? I mean, isn't that
What's
really
what's the thing? What they say is that since they're good, they'll be taken to heaven, and everyone else who's been bad the whole time will go to hell. That's your opinion, I guess. But I don't know.
There's a lot going on with these religions. A lot that we don't know. Goddamn it, better tell you that.
Well, I mean, it just comes down to the history. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my brief understanding of like how things kind of like went down. I mean, again, I don't fucking know. I mean, that's why Jesus is on the cross because they crucified him.
They all believe in God, right? Besides what? Hierarchy?
Ever say what's that dude's name? Brave Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson.
Oh.
Passion of the Christ.
Dude, remember I sent you that voicemail he left his girlfriend before? I don't know if you remember. I sent it to the group.
Yeah, I remember. I heard it, bro.
He just goes off, bro.
Crazy dude, man.
He's like dropping N-bombs and shit. He's
Yeah,
like, you want to fuck that?
Yeah.
I was like,
I was like, it's not funny, but he was just going ham.
But when he got pulled over, just went ham on the Jews.
They have multiple recordings. He
did Passion of the Christ.
Yeah.
And he went off one night. Well, I guess that would make sense, right? But still, it's like weird that he did a religious film.
It's like, yeah, it's like, I don't know, maybe just call it like holy war. Yeah, it's like religion against religion, square up.
It's not even a fight.
I mean, that's the weird thing though. It's like religions had armies been back in the day.
I'll tell you what, bro. I do a lot of work at Jewish communities, and when I go to Jewish schools, it's usually like not a big campus, but a campus, and they have all 4 schools on that same campus, and it's heavy security, bro. You got to go through a gate. You got to talk to a gate guy. He got to open another gate for you.
Right.
They make you zigzag, so there's no straightaways and shit. And you got to go if you want to make turns. You got to go through another gate. There's guys patrolling around in golf carts with guns and badges. They got a lot going on, man, because they get a lot of bomb threats and shit. You know that?
Yeah.
They get a lot of threats, bro.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's always. I mean, there's just like a rooted hatred for the Jewish people.
That's what I'm saying about that big story. Like Christians literally believe these people smashed Jesus' hands with fucking nails and
Is that
shit,
you
bro. That's
crucified him?
that's a big thing to believe about someone.
Yeah, and one of the biggest artifacts
Oh, so you like that?
considered in the Christianity faith, or the Christian faith, is the spearhead that they stabbed Jesus with in his ribs.
Really?
Yeah, it's a long lost artifact supposedly.
Big thing that I heard though was, I don't know if it's true, but that they invented the cross thing. That he was actually. Oh yeah, Reek was saying that, remember?
Up and down, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Because
I've heard a few
because they
people
couldn't
say that.
hold I think you spike someone's. Well, I mean, they might rip if you're hanging your weight all day. It's like they might rip through, it might fall off.
Well,
I
that
guess.
could happen even if you're like this.
But I mean, I also think, yeah, it's a lot of weight. But I mean, like I'm thinking, like you got thick ass spikes going through your hands, and you're on like a little perch beneath you that takes a little bit of weight off, but not all of it, and then they just both through your feet
What
to the
death?
fucking
What
post.
death is worse than getting slowly pulled apart by every limb?
There's a video I watched about like ancient like medieval torture devices. There was one where like they would like lock you in a barrel of water with only your head poking out, and like you would just pretty much sit there and just like piss and shit in your water all day until like flies came and you eventually became infested with maggots and
Yeah,
wasted
and
away.
they would eat you away.
Yep, just alive. I think it's pretty bad.
Still, bro, it's pretty bad, but man, getting pulled apart, man, you just start feeling your skin ripping
That
and your fucking bones start.
what about that the screaming bull one where they put you in that iron bowl instead of put a fire beneath you and you're slowly cooked to death?
That one would suck, bro, but I still feel like it's not as much pain.
Okay. It's not fun.
Dude, I like it on the restaurant and how much every limb like this, it was slow. Not a fast one. You get what
Very
I'm
true,
saying?
yeah, very true,
slow,
very
like
true,
the
yeah.
crank,
Yeah.
where you can stop. You
It-
go and you
Pretty
just,
much what they had going on was like a ratchet strap. It'd just be like, no,
yeah, it's gonna get to a point where all of your shit pops out of place and you're still alive.
you're just by skin.
And you're just
There's a point where it's just
keep going.
where it's just like eventually it's just like muscle fibers and skin holding you together and you just rip apart.
That's why I used to stone people. Like just have somebody standing up there with their hands behind their back, just ripping stones at their face.
That's what I remember.
Crazy.
Yeah, right. Just like
13-year-old kid is like,
bink,
imagine
bink,
you talk like your great granddad or
death.
something.
to death.
Yeah,
There
used to
was
have a nice whipping fastball.
that was it? Fuck, I forgot about the one I was thinking about. It was pretty bad. God damn it. Oh, the Vlad the Impaler one. They set you on a spike and slowly like impale you through your, set you through a spike on your fucking shit,
Horrible.
right through your ass, pretty much.
Ripping
pretty
an eye
bad.
out's always just bad. Just
Pretty bad.
Rip an eye out.
Yeah.
What about if I held your eye open and I cut it with a razor blade? Like I cut both your eyes like this with razor blades. Oh my
They
god.
did.
Sounds
They
like
had-
some crazy shit right
They
now.
had some crazy shit that like the Vikings supposedly did, where like they would cut into your back and like pull like pretty much just like break your ribs and then pull your lungs out the back.
Yeah, I've heard of some shit like that.
And call it
But-
like the
but
weeping
no
angel or
matter
some
what,
shit.
You're choosing anything over them shoving shit in your ass, right?
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
If they're just like, we're gonna shove Viking horns in your ass. You're just like, what's up with that bull?
That's like back in the day they had people like eunuchs who had their testicles removed and carried in a little bag. Like that was a real thing. Like, the eunuch thing.
Why did they carry it?
But I'm just like, I don't
Is
know.
it like proof of insurance? I think that's what it is.
My balls are gone. I can't show you, but here they are in a bag.
It's well, you know why they cut it off. It's because they're not supposed to ever lust after a woman. They're
Exactly,
supposed to
yeah.
dedicate to they're
Exactly.
supposed to be a hand to the king.
Yeah. Which is funny, like in Game of Thrones, they had that
queen.
they had that eunuch. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is balls. Remember he threw him. He threw him at somebody.
It's like sweet.
Just like old petrified testicle.
The thing is, they're not preserved, so I'm sure they stink at some point.
Oh, I mean, everyone stinks. No one showers regularly.
No one stinks like dead balls.
Everyone stinks like dead balls,
Only
man.
eunuchs?
No one's
Only the
showering,
eunuch line.
bro.
No, bro.
Bro.
Listen, that would become familiar smell. Then you'd be like, bro, is there a eunuch down here? You would smell when someone takes that next level. Like that smell would just become every day.
Just dead testicle.
Yeah, you're just like, look, I didn't even complain about that because I take a shower once.
I feel like the smell would eventually go away though. Once they're
Yeah, bro, I think,
old
like,
and petrified enough.
You're out there and some crows come up and try to get your pockets or something.
Well,
Seahawk comes
what's
down.
for? Oh, they're trying to get his testicles again. back the fuck up.
All the eunuchs,
It's
they
like,
all gonna
it's
attack.
in his pocket. It's like hold on to him in their pocket. It's like back the fuck up.
They did that to I don't know if you know if you ever watched the Game of Thrones or not, but they did that to that when Cersei's not Cersei's the dragon lady when she's going through the desert.
Daenerys,
Yeah, desert, whatever.
Daenerys.
She runs into these people that she's getting ready to kill, and then she ends up killing blah blah blah. But they sold mercenaries and like their highest ranking members who she eventually takes over from birth they're castrated and all they're taught is war and so that they would never have a woman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine something like that was real. You know, they were like, "Look,
Oh, for
you're an
sure.
army man."
But I'm
But
saying
in
that
reality,
makes way more sense. Them guys ain't carrying their balls around either. That makes sense. You're like, I'm trying to breed a perfect warrior. I don't want to think about fucking.
well, with the way I'm looking at it, I'm like, I want a
doesn't make
war
sense, but yeah.
forever. I want an army forever. So these soldiers, my top ones, got fuck every bitch. Yeah, every bitch pregnant with a warrior.
Yeah, you would think, right? And raise your kids.
Because they're gonna have great genes because
you
they're
also
warrior
want-
genes.
And if I knew you're the one that cut my dick off, like I'm always mad at you, dude. I always want to kill you because after I win a war, I'm trying to crack something that night.
Exactly. What do we do when I'm home?
Bro, I win a war, I'm trying to get furred, crack my wife, go to bed.
Well, I mean, you still might be able to crack without nuts. You know, get hard still. Maybe who knows? You just want to have semen.
Well, see, they do have a little sex scene, but they never really show him clapping. So I think they made him mangina style.
Think he's scissoring? No, what do you
I
mean
think he was just
mangina?
pleasuring her. I think they took everything.
Yeah, I mean, like, so I mean, if you get your shit cut off, hopefully they don't leave you with a deflated sack. Yeah, just take it with it.
Yeah, that's
Just,
what I'm saying. They took out. Well, yeah. But you're saying
don't
just the
don't
balls.
leave
I
me
don't
with
think it was just the balls.
don't leave me with a deflated sack. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
What about they just cut all dicks to 1 inch? It's like we want to. Oh, that's 1 inch.
That I feel like a lot of people would die. I mean, it's like
You just sear it.
like
They're
guys, what the
babies.
fuck, bro?
You can a baby survive that? You think?
Whole like you take 1 inch off. Pretty much, you're taking.
How do you piss, man?
You're taking. That's what
What
I'm
would happen to your
saying,
body
man.
if you couldn't piss?
Imagine you die
think
because your shit would explode.
You eventually would piss out your ass.
Well, either that or you, like shit would get backed up so far, like it starts coming, like leaking out your fucking eyes and shit, leaking out of all your pores and fucking out your mouth.
You think your nose is only put next to your mouth because you want to smell something before you eat it?
No,
Because it seems like it should be like here or something.
The nose.
Yeah, like
Well, I
it's
mean,
so fragile.
well, I mean, it makes sense that like it's all here in one piece.
But
you know
this
what I'm
is
saying?
so fragile.
Oh yeah, on your face, 100%.
It's
It's
really funny.
but it's
how
also forward.
if you want
you
to talk
know?
about anything that might get me
Smell ahead.
believing in an actual divine God that created this planet and we're the only one, it's how aesthetic human beings are. Bro, we're like really aligned, bro.
Yeah.
Like our entire body is like really
With that
aligned.
and
It's
like
very magical.
With that and like I mean like so like
you look at a horse and he's like,
there's this new series on Netflix, Unnatural Selection. So about like gene editing and shit and like genes itself. I watched the first episode. And this is kind of like what they were breaking down, like just pretty much straight up the life itself that has come on Earth, period, and the animals that came before us, like the structures of the skeletons and the systems produced. If that's one thing where I'm just like, look, all this shit that's going on in people's bodies is like, that's a work of God. You know what I'm saying? Like lungs here, heart's pumping.
intestines.
I'm straight up. I got thumbs, walking, running. I can believe in Jesus. I can come up with Jesus. I can think about if there is a Jesus.
And you're absolutely right. And I'm not trying to be that guy, but don't you ever just think like, well, how do we know that like wolves don't have a Jesus? Like we don't know that.
Think there's a wolf Jesus?
I'm just saying, like maybe they believe that like you're supposed like their Jesus like kills things. It's an ultimate predator. You know what I mean? Like it was the ultimate wolf. What is anything based around like that, right? It's based around some type of figure. So let's just say like the first generation of wolves, like there was this one bear wolf or something, you know, that like killed 150 wolves or something, never lost a fight, lived 100 years.
Yeah.
That's their wolf god.
Yeah.
And now they all just follow this, and that's why they're so aggressive.
And then
Because
they
they're
kiss.
just like,
Well, I mean, I think so that maybe they do, but then I'd come back and be like, well, wolves, maybe not because. Yeah, there's only so many wolves in the world. They've been killed out. So maybe the idea of wolf god died. You know, and now they don't have a wolf god. Yeah, but I
And
mean,
there's less Jews than wolves, probably.
no, there's way more Jews.
Bro, we looked it up. I was 14 mil.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
You think there's not 14
there's like
million?
less than 1,000 wolves in America, at least.
Oh, I thought it was 14 mil in the world, bro.
Jewish people.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was a lot. You know.
Do you think there's only less than 14 million wolves in the world?
Yeah,
I
by
guess 14
far.
mil's a lot.
By
You
far.
think by
There's
far?
not 14 mil of anyhow besides like insects and shit. Like,
You don't think there's 14 million cats? Maybe I'm going
I
too
mean,
high
house
here.
cats, but not like any specific breed of cat. Cats as a whole, yeah. Big cats, yeah, as a whole, maybe. But I mean, you single any
Yeah,
one
maybe I'm
population
going
out,
too
there's no
high.
14 mil. Imagine there's
You're right.
14 mil
Is that
bobcats everywhere. It's like,
monkeys?
nah.
Just too much. 14 is just too
Maybe at
much.
one point, but I don't think any ecosystem itself is big enough to sustain 14 million people. I mean, 14 million beings. You
Yeah.
know, straight
Unless
up.
you just go in the middle of somebody else's land and start some new shit and then get nothing but financial
Yeah, because
aid with the vendor
14 million beings in any specific part of the world. I mean, like maybe there's as monkey species as a whole, there's 14 million. Like all together, all the monkey species, all the ones apes you consider,
Maybe
yeah,
it's too high. Maybe
you
it is
know,
too high.
yeah. Imagine there's
Well, all I'm
14
saying is
million
I feel like
lions.
naive when we're just like we assume that they don't have that ability. You know,
Yeah, man. I guess.
like even when you say something, oh, scientifically we know, like let's just say I don't even know if it's true, but like a wolf doesn't mourn,
But
right?
like,
But maybe in wolf culture, you're not supposed to mourn.
so
You know what I mean? Like
well,
we
100%.
assume so
Oh no,
much.
100%. I understand like shit like that. Like, but like, I mean, like, I think when it comes to things like as far as I could believe that wolves might like don't believe in God or anything like that. They don't formulate any type of religion, um, because my understanding of like specifically wild animals is their instincts and how instinctual they are. As to when you see domesticated animals, they're less instinctual and like more trusting. You know, instead of just like they're not going off how they feel necessarily all the time. Like you know what I'm saying, like out here they don't have that survival instinct. You know what I'm saying? They lack that, so they're like more calm overall than the animal that's always worked up, worried about predator prey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with
So
that. I mean,
yeah,
what's a religion?
well that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think that they would believe. I can believe that they don't have religion. I can believe that they wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I could see how they wouldn't be able to do that. You know?
You think? Well, I mean, they might believe we don't got a religion, but you think like maybe it could
I don't
be,
think they even can formulate
maybe
anything
it,
about religion. I don't know.
say like there was, but we don't know that, right? Like, do we
I'm just
really know
saying.
that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything like of the sorts of like we know this for a fact. I'm saying I don't think that. I don't think they have that
Right.
capability. You know,
But
we're
like when you think
just
about like
instinctual.
like a clam, like I could believe that that doesn't have one, right? But I don't know still. But I would believe like okay, that it doesn't have a brain, right?
I don't know.
A shrimp, don't have a brain, right?
I should remember brains. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Some don't have a brain.
Yeah. There's stuff without brains without that. But like I said, you know, I mean, I think just because you necessarily have a brain, the brain is just a functioning control center where everything kind of hooks up. It doesn't necessarily have the
It's the thought.
capabilities to,
It's
but it doesn't necessarily have the ability to think necessarily, where it just operates at what its
but
function is set at.
but as far as I know, you can't form thought from anything else than a membrane, a brain.
Well, yeah, a brain, but I mean, like, what a thought is as defined by like what I would tune to something like what is God is strictly human because our brains have that functionality, whereas I don't think wolf brains they're less they're more efficient at kind of controlling things like such as like like food, water, I need shelter, and not thinking beyond
Totally
that,
possible. But
and
for
not thinking
me, I
beyond
feel
that.
like when I look at something like that, I feel like it's naive of me to sit there and think like they're not wondering what they're doing here too. Like maybe it's right. Like maybe you're right 100%. And I do believe there's probably animals that are 100% what
Yeah,
you're saying where it's just like nah, they're not. But with certain I mean a lot of animals, I look at them living day by day. They hunt, they live, they're in this world just like us. And I think that I don't think they're as dumb as we think we are, as we are sometimes, and we just assume things about them. We're like, maybe they don't have a god, right? Maybe they haven't founded a god. They
Yeah,
ain't found a pantheon
right.
yet, right? But they also are thinking like, what am I doing here? Like, what is that? They're looking at a human. They're like, what's that? They're still contemplating things.
So I mean, that's where you get. So that's where you get to different levels of intelligence, to
The
where
sun is God.
like you have like whales, you see dolphins, you see intelligent creatures have that type of curiosity. Where do I think to an extent, and this is just me thinking this, that I think to an extent that they, there's like, okay, what is that? But not necessarily able to just be like, what is there, God? Why am I here? It's like a different level of thinking and intelligence that comes with that. I don't think there's, I think we understand and know that there's nothing like the human brain on this planet.
I get what you're saying, because if we say, if even with our brain today,
Yeah.
if we didn't have everything we have, like
Yeah.
you're just thrown out into the world, and we just got to figure out where's that they're living in a while. We got to figure out where's my food coming from, where's my water, where am I sleeping tonight, all this shit. I'm probably not that worried about what am I doing here. I'm probably just trying to get it. I just pictured that maybe there would be some moment where, like, okay, today I actually did get food early. No, I got my shelter from yesterday. Like I got it
Yeah.
set.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like I think even a squirrel could be like, what the fuck is this? I just go out here every day.
Yeah.
I get
See.
these nuts. I run back to this tree. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
See.
know, man. I think that there might be just maybe there's that one time it goes through their head.
I just don't think it, just because
I think
like I said, we
when I
know on this planet there's nothing like the human brain. I think
when
what
I look at
separates that
there
human
is something
brain
like a human brain. There's
separates
definitely
that
something like
human
a human
brain.
brain. A monkey's definitely something like a human brain.
Yeah, but
Like when I
the
look at
capabilities and levels, you know what I'm
yeah, but
saying?
bro, I mean they're right there on the edge, dog. When I look at a gorilla, I'm like, I bet 100 gorillas could invent a hospital.
Yeah,
Right?
and
We're like
then
not obviously MRIs,
right,
but they could make a hospital.
and I'm with you, right? Yeah, I'm with you on that. But then as you continue to devolve from something on that level, once you get past those dolphins and you get past the shark, you get past the the gorillas and the apes that do show these qualities, you get just like you get down to something like the squirrel. No, like if this is what the highest of what nature has to offer from our understanding, I think it's not naive or dumb to say the sorts that something such as a squirrel wouldn't be able to necessarily match up to this gorilla
But
on thought.
right. And I mean there's facts there, right?
Yeah,
But what I'm saying is like we're just going off of that intellectually. We're just going off of that of our intelligence. Like it might not even be as I'm saying it.
right,
It might we're
right,
using the word religion.
right.
We're using the word like that. Maybe there's just a common understanding between a bunch of species that like God is earth, and they treat earth like God, and you can't even technically see that. You know what I mean? Like maybe there's something along the lines of that. Maybe they're not even contemplating it because they're born knowing it.
Yeah,
Like because it plays into what you're saying about how they survive and shit. Well, what makes me survive? Sun, earth. Simple as that. Earth. So like I would picture that would be their God. I
yeah.
never understood
Well,
how
yeah,
like
well
Jesus
that.
Christ or like his dad's God.
Yeah,
If
but I
anything,
mean
it should
like,
be earth or sun.
there's no like them putting that connection together. You know, they
This is
just
a common
they just
understanding,
simply
maybe.
they just simply know where to eat and show their offspring where they eat, and the herd eats together, and you follow the herd. Or if you're by yourself, you have this one tree that's good for bananas, so you go there until you eat a lot of bananas.
But
That type of thing.
I tell you what, it's just they understand emotion, man. I feel like animals understand emotion. It might not be all emotion that we understand, might not have all the words for it, but they
Not all
understand.
animals.
I think they do, bro.
I
I
don't.
don't think there's an animal you can name that I don't think feels emotion.
That feels emotion. I mean, like what? So what would be defined as emotion? Because I mean, fear is technically an emotion.
And yes, that's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying. So I mean, like, so I think there's a fine line between like
So,
the emotions we have, and then what
well, that's what I
this
said. Yeah,
this the zebra will feel. So I mean, of
but you
course the
got
zebra feel.
fear.
Well, of course the zebra feels
You
fear.
got fear, right? And then
Yeah.
you get away from that fear. What are you? That you think is just a back zebra, just got this nonchalant, no energy. He's happy. I got away from a threat. Now I'm happy. That just seems that would go hand in hand with me. Like
Hmm.
an animal can't be happy.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean that
It's
doesn't.
just
Well, I mean, of course,
But if
like,
I said that about a dog, you would hop right on that. That wouldn't be
well,
me. You know what I mean?
that's
You'd
what
be
I'm
like,
saying.
yeah.
But there's different lines drawn at different levels with different animals. You know what I'm saying?
But
Where
that's
it's
only
like,
because you know
you know,
minuscule about zebras, Steve.
I think so. I think we know. So I mean, like, so zebras. Yeah, I mean, like, I think from what. So I mean, of course, I might know, but it's known out there. I think, like, they're wild animals. So I mean, like, you have a fine separation between wild and domesticated. So like when these zebras are listen, hold up. When these zebras are running at these levels of, like, survival, that's a stress. I don't think they have that period of just being like, oh, we're grazing in the sun and field. Just they're always just like, where's that predator? Where's that predator? You know what
You
I'm saying?
really think that, bro?
Yeah,
You
because
think that
that's
they
what
never
because
have
that's
a
what they do
happy
is survive.
moment, Steve?
I don't think so, man. No, I'm not thinking about it. I don't think so, man. I think on their mind, what's going through their mind is we're surviving. Where's that predator? Pretty
Steve,
much
we
at
didn't
all times.
invent dogs.
We did invent dogs.
We didn't invent
We invented
dogs.
dogs.
No, you didn't
We literally
invent
invented
dogs
dogs.
in a lab.
No, we
You
didn't.
did
But we
not.
literally
It formed from something else. It's still exactly from it's
no,
nature.
it's
A dog
no,
would be nature.
no. Dogs are from wolves.
Exactly,
And
Steve.
what are wolves? Wolves are wild. What did we do? We domesticated dogs. What did we do with dogs? We taught dogs. Dogs came from wolves, but a dog isn't a wolf. And a wolf
Listen,
isn't a dog.
th- th-
Simple as that.
listen,
There's
you're a
domestic and
monkey.
wild.
You're a
There's
monkey.
yeah, but
You're a
I would
monkey.
but there's difference between domestic and wild.
Uh,
And there's a fine difference between what separates
It's
me
in the
from a
imprint.
monkey.
So all of a sudden,
So there's no separation between monkey and human.
So somehow, right?
We're fall under
hold up,
this
hold
period
up.
of like being an
So
ape.
somehow you brought a wolf in the house, right? And all of a sudden, because it wasn't worried about surviving no more, it could then be happy. It then showed happiness.
Exactly.
No,
Think about this,
dude.
bro. Look,
No,
it does
bro.
not have to.
A
It doesn't have to survive. What does that free its mind up to do?
Bro,
Other things.
An elephant has a baby. It's happy.
Elephants are
Love.
different. There's different
I
levels.
could keep going.
Elephants are
A
different.
cougar.
Elephants
a
are
fox,
different.
Bro. Foxes
And there's
are
a
one of the most
clear.
precious things you're ever
And
seeing
listen,
this
listen.
earth.
There's different levels. Now I'm saying, like, yeah, they made so. I don't. Like, I think what we have a problem doing is we apply these human characteristics and emotions to other animals because I guess that maybe that's a way to like sympathize. There is a clear natural bond between mother and its offspring. That's 100% a natural thing and doesn't take much. Most animals nurture their offspring. There's, of course, specific cases. Now, when you have something between an elephant's extremely intelligent compared to something like a zebra.
You can go anywhere, Steve.
You
I can
know?
go with fucking otters. I can go with a fucking beaver. I can go with a million things. They like friendship. They like companionship. Why would something seek that if it felt no emotion from it? Like for me to say
Survival.
bro, for you, that is, I just think that that's like, man, listen, I'm not saying you're wrong, right? But
Yeah.
I hate to see the world like that, bro. I
Yeah,
think the
but
entire energy of the world would just be horrible every day. I think that animals are happy
and
for the most part. Like they're still happy to be alive. At times, not everything is surviving. Sometimes things are thriving. You might have meat for that week. You might have your dam set up. You have your shelter. Yes, you're still alert for enemies. That's always going to be a thing. But you have your little community that you go in and out of these trees. You're happy. You're a happy animal. You know, to think that like, oh, just because like they have a predator that they never would smile, and it's not like I don't like to think that, man. That would suck.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
that would suck.
I think
dude.
I think this is something that's like it's nature, and it's what separates us from animals. Now, like I said, you go into domesticated animals and you see these things. Cows, to get the brush machine, they go all over it. They're happy animals. Now that okay, maybe whatever reason they're there, but I mean, like, they're happy. Dogs, when they see you, they show immense amount of happiness, but it's because of the shelter and shit that was provided to them. Um, I think it's naturally wired in animals to like care about their offspring because that guarantees you the future of your survival of your species, which is just kind of like a natural thing. I don't think there's like this, and I mean, like, I'm not trying to say like that we shouldn't appreciate this shit, but like I don't think that there's that emotions that we are trying to like assign to those animals. We're just like, okay, they're happy, you know what I
It
mean?
doesn't
Like,
have
you
to
know what I'm
be
saying?
our word of it, dude. But
I just think,
they are
I
producing a
think,
positive energy at that time.
and I
Don't
think,
even use the word happy.
and I think where that line is drawn is between domesticated and wild animals. You know what I'm saying? There's a specific reason it makes a wild animal.
Such a
You know?
gloomy world to me, dude.
and I feel you
I
on
think
that, but I
that,
mean, we
bro,
don't
maybe I'm going hippie. I think that a fucking tree's
look,
happy at
look,
times, bro.
and I feel you on that. But I mean, I don't necessarily think of it as a gloomy thought. I think of it, it's nature. It's what is natural. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I don't sit there and be like, okay, that's just gloomy. I mean, like, if you want to make it gloomy, it could be gloomy. But I mean, like, if everything was just this thing to be like, oh, animals are happy and do this and that and feel these emotions because that just makes for a happier world. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's a good way to look at things. It's like that may be like it's natural. That's kind of like what nature is. Like, yeah, I may think of it as being pretty gloomy, but also it's beautiful in its own way to where like things developed to live and survive the best that could and just
I
always continue that on.
I just couldn't possibly. I just don't think emotions is something that brain IQ goes hand in hand with. I don't think that one day we just developed emotion.
No,
That
but the
doesn't
ability to
happen, right?
process those
We still
things,
have
the
predators. We
ability to
still we
process
we still prey on things.
the
Those are all
ability
still
but this
there.
so but that's what I'm saying. This is so the ability to process these things and be able to be like, oh, that's
A
happiness.
lion cub's
No,
playing with his
listen,
brothers. He's
like this,
happy,
like
dude.
this. Those are cubs. They're
A
playing.
school of fish are
That's
swimming
what they do.
together. They're swimming together. Dolphins are going in and out of the
So look,
water. Those things are happy,
I
dude.
don't. Yeah, and like I said, there's different levels to this shit. I just don't think it's just like it their ability to process what it is they're feeling. They're doing things there because
That's
like
your ability to
but no,
process it.
but no,
It's
no,
your
no. Listen,
ability to
listen,
say
listen,
that's not
listen,
happiness.
listen. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying their ability to process. This is what I'm just saying this about animals, and I'm just let me talk. The ability to process the emotions and what they're saying. They're just like okay, this feels good. It's like so they continue to do it like like dolphins like love jump up in there and shit when they're into freedom, whatever. Dolphins show clear signs of happiness. Um, I'm
Listen,
not, but I've always said that. Like, I'm not saying that all animals don't do it. I'm saying there's just a separation of it.
but like you,
It's not
but like
just
right
because you have a
there,
brain, you don't feel that.
but you said
Just because you
dolphins
have a brain.
love jumping out of the air. Loves an emotion.
Yeah, and
You
I
love
said
it
it,
because why?
and I've
Because it
always,
produces
but
another
listen,
emotion.
and I've always said from this is what I always said this that there's and not all animals do it just because they have a brain. Simple as that. It's all I was saying from the beginning. And I could see why I could see how wolves wouldn't be able to formulate a wolf god or do things that make them happy. Like they'll play, like yeah, that might make them happy. But I mean, like that's just it's limited capabilities, and it's clearly what separates us. Like
Name
they
the most ruthless animal on the planet. I think it's happy at some point in the day.
so they'll let's say their side. So this is where the separation comes. Like, let's say they're instinctual, their emotions. Let's say they're like a six-sided die, whatever you want to say of emotion. Or we're that 40, that 50-sided die, and that's what separates people. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they feel things, but I mean, it's like
I,
it's a limited
I'm with
capability,
you
and
on that.
IQ goes in with that, with being able
I,
to process that.
I'm with you on that. I agree with that. That's a good way of putting it. To me, happiness would even be on that six die. You see what I mean? That would be one of the ones that would go like fear, happiness, because you get away from fear, happy comes. Like that simple as that.
I feel you. I
I
feel you.
live happiness. That's what that is.
I
It
feel
don't
you.
gotta be any way that we put that word on that. That would be one. So there's just like some basic ones that you feel like they would feel. Maybe not everyone
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I know, but I would think like sadness, happiness, maybe I'm trying to reach here, but gratitude, if that makes sense. Maybe they understand, hey, you bring me meat, right? Even if I'm a squirrel, you bring
Right.
me a
Right.
nut,
Right.
right? Oh, well, no one ever gives me a nut.
Yeah.
Now you like that squirrel. Not saying that's how it works, and I don't know, but I was saying maybe something along the lines
And
of
the
that.
way I say it's like, well, I'm getting food. This is where I get food. It's just like if you feed a cat for a day, why would it keep coming back? Because it likes it. Well, it likes you because you're feeding it every day, and that's what comes around. You know
But
what I'm
it's
saying?
thankful to be eating.
I don't think it's
And
thankful. It's
it's
just
not
I'm
thankful to
eating.
you.
You know what I'm
It's not
saying?
thankful to
You
you. It's
know?
thankful to itself that it got food. That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
thank you. I got another day. It don't matter who gives it. Its
Yeah.
enemy
But
could give it food.
and there's things like, but it's not. I'm great. I have this food. It's
Well,
like
like I
great
said, maybe
food.
that's a reach on that one,
Food.
But certain ones, I think,
This
go
is
into
so this is the way
the
I've kind of
core.
always pictured where it's just like it's just like let's see, all right, food, where's the food, all right, water, shelter,
Okay, can we
predator,
go
predator,
sadness,
you know,
happiness, love? I think love's up there, and like you said, of course, there's probably a couple animals we can find where it's
yeah,
just like, yeah, it's
yeah. I
probably not
mean,
there.
so I mean,
But I feel like that's
so
that.
it's limited, but I mean, like I don't. Hmm. I don't know. I mean, it's like maybe it's limited, but it's just not how we're putting it. Where it's like I'm so happy to blah, blah, it's like it may feel like that thing in their stomach, whatever. Wherever you feel when you might be happy or whatever. You
It
know what I'm
would just
saying?
straight up be
You know?
anytime fear isn't there. You're happy because you survive. Like you're saying, you survive
I
all the
mean, yeah,
time. So if
yeah.
there's a moment where you're not scared, you're happy then. I'm not scared right now, and I'm
Yeah,
always scared.
yeah. I mean, I don't
That's
know,
how I
man.
look at it.
Just the way just the way I think about it and how like kind of like nature runs its course. It's just like when things evolve, like they're evolved to survive. So it would make sense. This is all said because that it would make sense in my mind that you would ditch those capacities so that you can use your brain most effectively to help you survive.
I disagree.
You
I
know,
disagree, right? Because if I gave a human, right? I know
right?
it's not the same thing, but like if I gave you that brain with no emotion, you're not a better human.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
You're
But
weaker.
no, no, but listen. Just like when like we were like supposedly when we gathered together as monkeys, like we decided like this was best for survival. That also came hand in hand with development, but then there's animals that also don't do that, for
Take
other reasons,
emotion away from anything, it's weaker. That's how I feel. It's as
But
it
what
has
but
it has
so
less
but
ability to
what but when
survive.
it comes to an animal, but I mean like what have they always I mean like we just talked about like with warriors, it was like, all right, well we don't want him being attached to a woman, so we just want to be purebred for fighting. You wouldn't have that lust in your head, so you're a better fighter. That's what we thought. So I mean, like to me, as an animal, it makes sense to be like, I
But
just need to
see,
worry about
you're looking at it like
surviving rather
that.
than. But
But I
but
don't think a
that's
war.
what I've
No,
always said.
listen.
You know what I'm
No, what
saying?
I'm saying is I don't think the Warriors look at it like that. It's not the fact of you're not gonna have that lust. It's the fact of that makes you angry, don't it? That makes you angry. Now you're angry. Now I
So
give you somewhere to put that anger. I never solve your problem, but give you somewhere to put that anger. Now you fight my battles for me. I think
so
that's how that goes.
well, I mean, anyway, when it comes to like animals, like I said, to me, it just makes sense that like like to be as efficient because your brain needs energy to operate. It makes sense to limit your brain's
You,
capabilities for certain things to focus on this is what you need to survive, procreate, food, shelter, survival. This is what you need to worry about. Continue on this animal species. You know
but
what I'm saying?
you do think they got fear.
But I don't think it's like a fear. It's just like it's like a because it's an animal, it's like an instinctual thing, like I need to survive and run away. Like, okay, maybe we
But
could label it as fear, but I
we're
mean like
not
it's
this
just different,
but
it's
we're
just
not
different.
this far away, Steve. Okay, the brain is going to work the same exact way as if when let's say you're running.
It won't work the same
Is
way.
that listen? What I'm saying is brains they do the same thing. They release chemicals to respond to different things. So if you're just running, you're not going to run as fast as if someone's chasing you. So if you have nothing in there, there's no fear. Your brain is never activating you to that level, that survival instinct. Nothing can live 100% of every day in 100% engaged survival mode. I think there has to come a point where you
Well,
do something
well,
else with the brain.
but that's what I'm saying. It's just like you're gonna be the most efficient like yeah. I mean, like we may make humans worse, but like if you want them to be good at something, let's say like you want to do something super efficient, you just want to focus on that one thing. It makes sense for if this is what I'm dependent upon and my species is dependent upon to eliminate the worry about this, and this, and it's just I get food, I get shelter. That it would ultimately survive better. That may come with an animal being like, okay, it's better to survive together with another, being. You know what I'm saying? This may not be necessarily an attachment, but it's just how I'm thinking about it. I
No, I
mean,
got
it
you.
may,
I'm
it
looking
may be completely wrong. But I mean, like,
same. I'm same.
I don't think it's like
What I'm saying is
necessarily a gloomy aspect to me. It just makes sense that that would be something and how something could do that in the
on the
world.
emotionless making you weaker on that. I'm just trying to go scientifically even on it is the fact of like do you believe an animal has adrenaline that like adrenaline still get releases into an animal's body like it has to be released that same
Well,
exact
yeah, and
way,
I'm not saying
right?
I'm not
So
I'm
then
not
how is
saying
that released?
well,
That's
and
released through fear, right?
yeah,
Or
but that's
excitement.
also a part of survival. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But that's what we labeled it. That's the word for that.
yeah, yeah, I feel that. I feel you on that. No, I feel you on that. But like, it's instinctual rather than like
So is
addressable
ours.
emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I mean, like, there's things that
But
we fear
but
that don't necessarily even have a threat on you at this time to make you feel the fear. You know what I'm saying? Like just like a different level. It's a different thing than what we're attaching to it. You know what I'm saying? To where
but I'm
to where it's like,
Just say you didn't invent that though. Like
Yeah, I know,
you
I
got
know,
that, and
I
you
know.
didn't invent that. You didn't just get smart and all of a sudden the fear. Now you recognize fear. That's always been there since you was an ape.
But and I feel that, and that's in some. But I mean, it's like that is something that's like kind of like a natural hardware, whereas like this glee or joy may necessarily not be. You know what I'm saying? They just want to be. You know.
You can totally be right.
You know.
Man, it makes
You
me
know.
sad hearing it.
I mean, you know, like that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand why it's necessarily sad because, like, if
Like,
that's just how nature developed and
that's
that's just
not.
what it did,
That's not.
you know,
That's no life to me.
to me it just
If you
doesn't.
live 100% in 100% of your life, you're just living in
And
constant
no one's saying
survival
constant fear,
instinct.
but it's just like you don't have an addressable thought
You
process.
never reach
You have
happiness.
where you're always like in the now of a kind of like a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you're into what you're doing now. Right now, I am grazing. I'm eating. Now I'm running from prey. Now I'm going to a water hole. Now I want to have sex. And now the winter's coming, so I'm just gonna
All
go
those
and
things made
hibernate.
you
You know, type of
happy.
thing. You know what
You're
I'm saying?
happy. You're happy. You're
I
not
don't. I
dying.
just
You're
don't think.
happy. Like
I just think to attach this
that's
like
the word that we
humanness to
put
it. You know what I'm
onto that
saying?
though. Like I
You
mean,
know.
if I said you couldn't be happy, would you want to be alive? You wouldn't want to be alive. So I feel
Yeah,
like
but
that would suck for an animal,
humans,
dude.
humans,
That would
humans,
suck,
it's
man.
just like
Uh,
it's
and
just,
then you're saying, but you believe that some do, but then some don't. So it's like,
and that would totally make sense that some are
but you're
incapable
believing,
of
but you
feeling
believe.
something,
So you're
you
saying you
know?
think dolphins do? You
Yeah,
think
yeah,
whales
and I
do?
said that,
You think
yeah, I said that.
elephants do?
Yeah, I
You
said
think
I've always said there's been
right?
a line,
But
you
you
know what I'm
see how
saying?
many I'm naming? You got a lot
Yeah,
here.
but doesn't mean that all of them do it. And to me, it's totally believable that it wouldn't be that way. That some would feel and some wouldn't in any capacity, depending on their intelligence or their brain size. I mean, it's like when it comes to
This sucks to me.
when you shrink a squirrel brain down,
Yeah.
the neurons formable don't shrink. They're
I'm
the same
biased. I'm
size.
biased on it
They're the
because I
same
don't want to
size. You
believe
know what I'm
it.
saying?
I don't want to believe it.
Like
You know?
that's all I'm saying, man. Like you have when you shrink a brain down, the brain like the neurons are gonna be the same size. You know what I'm saying? What microscopically brain neurons, I feel like they'd all be so like when you have a smaller brain, you simply have smaller processing power, smaller capacity to be able to like do things like that. When you get more intelligent, we've named all the intelligent animals that we think show happiness. They also show signs of extreme intelligence. And there's different levels to different animals and beings. Squirrel may not, dolphins, yeah, they might. Well, I'll say that they do because I've seen dolphins happy. What do squirrels? Probably not. Do zebras? Maybe not. Maybe they do. But there's a very clear defined line that separates these types of animals.
That's for you in your eyes. For me, intelligence just doesn't go hand in hand with emotion like that. I think emotion is always there. Maybe intelligence can activate it. You understand it more, but
Well,
the emotion's always there before the
they'll
intelligence to me. Like,
feel like I said, they'll feel fear because you're scared for your life. But I mean, like
yeah, I'm
you
saying
could. I don't
everything.
think you can attach like I don't think a squirrel will feel compassionate if he sees roadkill. I think he'll be continuing to worry about his nuts,
He
even if
feels
he
fear,
even
emotion.
and like
I'm not coming across the street.
we see it a lot of times where like there's no paternal instinct when it comes to other types of animals where the the male in the situation usually doesn't stick around or even care for there's different types of animals and they do different capacities, but for the most part from what we've seen, it seahorses, I mean, the men give birth, but I mean like it's usually the mother, the dad eventually leaves off. There's no family thing there. He's not like I love my son, he's not attached to his son. There's different types of animals. I'm sure male elephants do bond with their you know and whatnot, but I mean like
But
I don't
that would
think
be
birds are attached to their eggs, except for the mothers, but that's a maternal instinct.
are humans.
Humans are, yeah,
But there's
100%.
plenty of dads that don't ever see their kid, so it's a thing.
100
So it's just
percent
like it's the same
100%.
thing that an animal could be different, like crabs.
But animals do it
When
naturally
you
where it's
put
observed
when
that
you
that
put crabs in
happens.
a cage, most of them get in that trap. All they gotta do is walk back out. They never do it. But then you have certain crabs that do it. Like I feel like it would be case by case of it. Maybe not everyone is on
Well,
the same level, but it's still
of
there.
course they will escape, but I don't think there's one bird in the world that sticks around for its babies to hatch. There's some species of birds that do that, but
Bro,
not all
a
species of
chicken
birds do
literally
that,
has to sit
you
on
know?
it until it does hatch.
Yeah, but the hen doesn't give a fuck. That's what I'm
Well, dude,
saying. There's
chickens say you
maternal.
see
That's
that.
what I'm saying. There's maternal instincts across the board. We
Eagles
see
watch their shit.
when it comes to mothers, but when it comes to like males, that you see more often than not,
Oh well,
there's
yeah. I
no
mean, if we go down
there's
female,
no
yeah.
paternal instinct. You know what I'm saying? Like that bird doesn't care, show compassion for like another bird, and that may and there are different species of birds. Crows mourn their dead. 100%. But I don't think that pigeon cares if that other pigeon just got ran over, even if it had some babies with it.
But
You know?
right on that match, okay, we're
You
agreeing
know?
and we're disagreeing on certain things. Just like right on that match, exactly how you're saying he doesn't care, right? You're saying he doesn't care because he hasn't done anything to you to show you that he cares. But that goes hand in hand with the thing you're saying of like he understands his life also. I don't think it makes him show that he doesn't have that, but he understands I'm supposed to make as many babies as I can. This is literally what I'm supposed to do. That's
Right,
not what a
right,
human is
right,
necessarily supposed to do anymore.
right. No,
Right? So
exactly,
we
man.
have these different feelings. He might not show that because in his gene, he's not supposed to show that. I'm supposed to just that's
Totally
literally
possible.
not activated because that's what he's supposed to do.
Totally
You know,
possible.
where with us, it's like you feel like you're supposed to raise your young, and then you do have this feeling
100%.
of not being there. So
But I think it comes down to when they do that, they're like, okay, I feed, I procreate, I feed, I water, I fly south for the winter. I eat, I fly back north for the
I did a little
summer.
research on this. Any
I
animal
eat,
experts want to come in?
that's just from my understanding, and that's
Steve
just what
believes animals
separates
don't got souls.
some here and there, different.
Catch
Very.
us on the next cast. It's been another great one. Appreciate everybody for
Thank
checking
you,
us out.
bye. That's the shit show.
Nice little back and forth.